squishes 30 fingers in Cashfield pies as the Tory party ultimately dies. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Labour struck base, lazily rolling towards the end of their uninspiring race. Somehow prevailing, democracy derailing. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Labour's smug beige face, laser rolling towards the end of their uninspiring race. Somehow prevailing, democracy derailing. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Reform UK will adapt to improve voting turnout to a nation suffering political burnout. The illusion of democracy perpetuated by the controlling autocracy. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Greens with ideas so extreme it will turn us into a regime. Their vision of a wild, chaotic dream, nothing but a madcap scheme. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote.
Good evening.
Trying to grab strategic wins.
As we have our intro music by Big Papa there playing in the background, we are here once again to build some Himeji Castle, talk about the life, universe and everything, and as always, the answer's not 42. I'm sorry, but it's just not. But, well, it might be, you just don't know the question yet. They can't hear you if you say hello, by the way. Say let's not vote. Let's not vote.
Nationalism promoting jingoist parties with democratic unionists smarties, sneakily dividing us all while we watch crumbling democracy fall.
No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. And that's us, obviously, with a bit of intro music there. One day, he'll make us some proper intro music. He said he'd already done it, actually. And he said this, oh god, there goes the build camera. But he said that he'd done this already. He'd made us the intro music already, allegedly. And this was weeks ago. He's like, oh, I just need to download it for you from where I've made it, and then I'll send it over to you. And he never did. He never did. So, and that's Adam, by the way, for those who know who our Adam is. Said he made it. Said he made us the intro music. Hadn't made us the intro music. But never too old for Lego in the chat there. Over in Canada, we've got Emma.
What's that?
We've got Jessie up north here in the UK. All in the horizontal chat.
Jessie says it's freezing.
It probably is freezing. She's up north. They get snow and stuff, don't they?
It was 4 degrees when I picked up the kids.
Oh, 4 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
What is that in Fahrenheit? 4 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit? I'm not really sure.
Jessie's had snow. We very rarely get snow.
I'm actually quite jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Dexter keeps begging for snow.
I mean, you can beg all you like as a child, but...
Sometimes we do get it in like March, April though, so nothing's off the table yet.
Never too old for Lego says, just get a man to cuddle with and you'll be warm. I know Jessie's man. And I don't think cuddling is on the top of his agenda. We'll say, well, cuddle? Oh, I'm playing the Switch, Jess. I'm playing the Switch. Is that about right, Jess? Is that about right? She's got a man to cuddle with. He's the father of her children. They've been together since they were like 17. And they're now in their 30s. Eesh.
Teenager love.
Yeah. They got the teenage kicks. And all that. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, or as Never Too Old for Lego usually says, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and all of that jazz. Emma says, has everyone had a good day?
I'm looking forward to it being Friday tomorrow. That was my phone.
Jesse says that's exactly what he's like. I got Jamie down to a T. But Never Too Old for Lego retorting with, well then get yourself a whip and crack it and tell him to get the cuddling. I don't think that's going to work because he also seems like the type, if you got the whip out, he'd quite like it.
Jesus Christ.
He's ginger.
What's that got to do with anything?
Soulless.
Oh my gosh.
It's totally soulless.
I'm telling my mum.
She's soulless too.
That's what I'm telling her.
Mum, we found another one like you.
No.
Look, South Park taught us that gingers have no souls. And you know.
So it must be true.
I think I do know him too well, Jess. I think you're absolutely correct. I mean, he's lovely. It is, Jamie. He's lovely. A little bit dim sometimes, but, you know, in the nicest of ways. In the nicest of ways.
We all?
I'm not dim.
You have no common sense.
I'm wit and razor sharp, thank you very
You're
much.
not. You have no common sense.
Razor sharp.
No common sense.
You don't need common sense.
Common sense is more important than being smart.
Well, it depends what you mean by common sense, really, doesn't it?
Well, you have none. That's what I mean by common sense.
And we're on bag 6 here today of Himeji Castle.
Bag 6.
I'm not 100% sure if there's one bag 6 or 2. Well, there might even be 3 of them.
Because I just showered.
So did I.
It's like...
But hold on,
This is Chrissy's wacky.
they can see it properly now.
It just does its own thing. Look. I blame my mum. Yeah.
Jessie is being
Oh, my
sexist in the chat. She says, common sense, men are not born with that.
No, they're not, Jessie. You are completely right.
I mean, to be fair, we do quite like things. Oh, what's that? Can we set it on fire?
That is that is Ben. Yeah. Ben loves to create fires. Any chance he gets, he's like, "Oh, fire!"
Man like fire.
And I'm like, "Oh gosh."
Man make fire.
It is
Ollie
like
says,
caveman.
just watching the end of Boogie Nights, I'll be back. Oh, Ollie, boogie,
I don't know what that
boogie.
means.
Boogie Nights is a film.
Me and Dexter earlier were watching like worst rated movies.
You watched a video about Ouija Shark, didn't you?
Oh my goodness! I was in hysterics.
I'd already seen.
I was like, "What is this?"
It's one of the worst things you'll ever see in your life, is what it is. It's like somebody took a PNG of a little shark puppet, made it slightly transparent, and then put it over a home video. And that's Ouija Shark.
I was like, how is this even allowed?
Well, it is. Well, the thing is, it was never released in cinemas, for God's sake.
Well,
It's literally somebody's home movie.
it is kind of like, what's it called? We've watched all those silly movies. What are they called again?
You're not going to go with the Sharknadoes, are you?
Sharknado.
There's nothing like those, because at least they have a budget.
Sharknado.
Because at least they have a budget, Tara Reid and Ian Ziering in them. I mean...
still so stupid, though, isn't
Oh,
it?
they're dreadful.
Like, I don't go in the sea because of sharks.
Yeah, but it's
But now
schlock.
they're all like, sharks are coming out of nowhere. I mean, Ouija Shark was just like, now I've got to be scared of ghost ones?
No, you don't.
Sheesh.
You don't.
I don't know.
It's just schlock. It's really crappy schlock.
It's
And you
trying
know
to scare
what?
me.
I think crappy schlock is the best schlock. And
There are some films where they're so bad that they're good.
yeah, that's crappy schlock.
That was not one of them. That was just bad.
Yeah.
There was no, oh my god, it's so bad, it's good. It was just bad.
Correct. Good evening, Tiana. I hope you've smashed that like button.
Sharknado, I think, are like, they're so bad, they're good.
Oh, the first one was brilliant. And then they go and ruin it. I think they made 6 of them in the end.
They just carried on.
You watched a movie about a zombie shark, did you, Jess?
See?
I believe there's also a movie called Land Sharks.
It's Jaws that keeps me away from the sea, guys.
Octoshark.
And I live right by the sea.
We do live right by the sea.
I ain't going in that sea. You crazy.
I mean,
And those crabs.
to be fair, if we were on the top coast of Scotland, we might worry about even on top of the east coast, we might be worrying about Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and that turning up.
I'd be happy for Ariel to turn up. I just don't want a shark or crab.
Today
You get a lot of crabs near us.
has been long, drawn out, and tiring, but the fish is better.
Yes. The fish made a miraculous recovery.
An absolute is from death's door to 100% renewed.
Amazing.
Thanks to the swim bladder medicine that I put in the tank.
Yep.
That's what we're going with. Jesse says, Jaws is why I stay away from the sea. I don't care if there are in the UK. It's just my luck to swim into one.
Exactly, Jesse. That's what I'm saying. No one understands. They're like, it's too cold. I ain't taking that chance.
Are you sure?
I ain't taking that chance.
Are you sure though?
Like at our swimming pool by us,
Yeah,
we've got what they have
a wave machine.
a wave machine.
You used to think there were sharks in there, didn't you?
I used to think that the sharks would come through the wave machine when I was a kid.
And Chrissy says I've got no common sense.
And it used to, every time that wave machine came on, I would bolt out because I'd think that sharks were going to come through. I had a real big fear of sharks, and I do blame Jaws for that.
And so anyway, how is everybody's day been today? Jesse, Emma Watts, did I see Tiana in there? I did. Never Too Old for Lego. And whoever else is watching, let us know. How has your day been? If you're watching on the horizontal stream, make sure you smash the like button. If you're watching on the vertical stream, make sure you've smashed the like button and subscribe to the channel whilst we build Himeji Castle here. And of course, if you would like to be one of our 5 super chat gods,
Oh,
you could...
Tiana, was that today your final day? My kids have still got tomorrow.
They still got tomorrow, yeah. If you want to reach God status, we have a goal on the horizontal stream of 5 super chats of £5 or more throughout the stream. And you get called a god throughout the rest of the stream. Anything higher than that, you get called an uber god. So it's entirely up to you where you want to be placed. Jesse says, I'm good, thank you, Tiana. Enjoy your break from school. Mine still haven't... You still got another week!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ours are off tomorrow.
Yeah, ours break up tomorrow. But then she is up north. They have different holidays.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to just be that little bit more backwards, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Emma's had a wonderful day, had a haircut, and had lunch with her brother, mum, and dad.
Aww.
A real-
Sounds like a nice time, Emma.
A real family affair, then. Family outing.
It's always nice when you get a nice new haircut as well.
I can't decide whether I should get my hair cut first or dye it and then get it cut.
What are you chatting about, Willis?
Well, it's coming up to theme park season, so I'm going to have to cut it so that my glasses can film. Yeah. Yeah. Look,
I
priority.
love that's the only reason you get your hair cut.
Priorities, right? Priorities.
Of course.
You've got to look at the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the channel dashboard and let's answer the age-old question. How many more subscribers to 2,000? 34 to go, folks.
I have been debating whether to get my hair cut, but
Come on, guys.
I debate it.
34 subscribers to 2,000. Let's get there. Emma says, why dye your hair, Ben? Because I want to.
He always dyes his hair.
That is, I don't want to, basically,
He doesn't like his blonde.
I don't like being associated with my mother.
He
Mother?
doesn't want his blondie.
Mother? Tiana says, sad. I find it funny how the universe brings people who you knew before. One of the people who I used to do guitar lessons in year 5 at school is at the same sixth form with me. It's weird. That is weird. Jesse. I still love you, even though you're telling filthy lies. I still love you. Those lies are filthy, by the way. They're untrue, they're unfounded, and they are filthy.
No, they're not.
That's it. Nice quick apology. That's what we like to see.
She's not really.
I mean, she is sorry.
She's not.
She is.
She's not.
She definitely is, though.
I wouldn't be. She's only stating facts.
I mean, I don't ever look ginger. No, Emma, I'm not ginger. I've never been ginger. They just like calling me ginger to try and wind me up. That's the reality
Well,
of the situation.
you're the one that says that gingers don't have souls.
Oh, I have a soul.
I beg to differ.
Just because that soul may well be black, I have a soul. This Jesse here is walking on thin ice. Thin ice.
I dye mine purple, so.
Remember, this girl's a moderator. She's got power. For now.
Mind you, I'm not ginger like Ben. So.
Have you very nearly completed stage 6 already?
Mm.
It looks like you have in record time as well. 14 minutes. You're nearly through stage 6.
Mm.
Well, I'm just. I'm glad that I'm making people laugh tonight. I guess that is my position, class clown. And if you want to have another laugh, you should go and watch today's video that was released on the channel if you haven't already. It was filmed by Lisa, and it's this month's update of the Disney Village construction at Disneyland Paris. We've got a bunch of those on the channel. We do the construction updates as and when either one of us is there or if we're both there, and it is just a riot. It is just an absolute snarky trip through the village.
It's usually Lisa just being like, "Oh look, more
walls." Yeah, but not this time. I mean, I had to even do some editing in it, so I like put a floor counter in. She was like, "Ben, put a floor counter in that," and there's some bits that you won't see where she said, "Ben, you're gonna have to edit it out there."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, your Highness, I'll do that."
Edit that, Ben.
Jesse says, "I dye mine purple, but last time someone had done a dye switch, ended up red. You dye yours purple, don't you?"
I do. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I did dye it red last time, and then I was like, meh. I went back to purple.
Tiana dyes her hair blonde, but she's still.
I'm usually brown, so.
You only need one more to make 700.
Sorry?
This person here only needs one more subscriber to make 700. Congratulations, never too old for Lego. You have 700.
Woo!
And Tiana got her 4th subscriber. Well done. So yeah, never too old for Lego now has 700 subscribers because I just subscribed. So, well done. And thank you for the congratulations.
There is a cat.
Look. What colour am I going to dye my hair, Emma? Well, I'm just going to renew the colour that's in it, which is just black. I'm not as exciting as I used to be in my younger years. I mean, I've had it pink, I've had it yellow, I've had it green, I've had it mixtures of like orangey red and blue. But now I'm just kind of boring these days, and I should just renew the black. Mostly because she'll have a go at me if I make it all exciting. Good evening, Julie. How are we this evening, young lady? Are we well?
The bleeding kitten is in the box.
If we catch you whilst you're streaming, I'd be very happy to jump in and say hello and stuff like that. You guys are several hours behind us, aren't you? So it depends on what time you do them, because sometimes you might jump on a stream and I might be fast asleep. It's obviously time zone difference. Here right now it's 7:20 in the evening. But yes, if we do catch them, I'm very happy to jump in and say hello and all of that stuff. But you're still working and stuffed up with a cold. Are you? Oh, it's 2 over there now. So you're 5 hours behind us. So, but yes, I mean, I don't sleep very well at night anyway. So if you are streaming in the evenings and I catch you and it's the middle of the night and I've woken up like I do most nights, I'm quite happy to jump in and say hello. Jessie says hers used to be all colours, but now she's too old for that. You stream every day around 5 or 7, so starting at around 10 p.m. to midnight our time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could probably jump into some of those. I don't see why not. I'll probably be in my bed, but I don't see why not. We've got the PS5 there, could just jump on it and come say hello on there. Can you chat on PS5 on YouTube?
Totally asking the wrong person.
I just don't know.
I don't do technology.
Emma, you're right. You're never too old. You're correct. I mean, we've got someone called Never Too Old for Lego here, and Jessie's saying she's too old for hair dye colours.
I'm older than you, Jessie.
I'm not too old for a load of different colours in my hair either. I just don't want the earache from my right.
I'm 35 soon, alright?
Oh, Jessie says, tell my eldest daughter that. Or is your eldest daughter, is it Elena's your oldest, isn't she? Is she going, oh, Mum, you don't do that. You're just, oh, I don't want to be seen with you, Mum. You're old, Mum. Stop trying to act young and hip and cool like me and my friends, Mum. She one of those. Because, Elena, if you're watching, stop it. Just stop it.
See, Lila doesn't like us dyeing our hair, but that's because she's weird.
Yeah, but we don't listen to her. Unless you're over 99, then the Lego police will come for you. That's true. Because they do say that they're for ages up to 99, don't they, Lego? They did, and in anything over than that, no, can't. I knew she'd be exactly like that. Jess, that's just kids for you these days, isn't it? It's them kids today. Back in my day, them kids were not as fun. Never too old for Lego says, never had kids. Well, that's fair enough, right? Some people do, some people don't. And I will tell you this, it is the hardest job you will ever do. It is the hardest job you will ever do. Is trying to keep another human being alive, fed, clothed, morally correct on the right path. It is the hardest job you can do. Emma says, but the most rewarding.
Shut up, Emma. She's lying.
Jesse replies to Never Too Old for Lego saying, someone said it would be fun having children. Now I'm just bullied for living.
They lied.
You were a stepdad too many times, were you? That is one thing I would never want to be, is a step-parent. No, not interested in raising other people's kids.
Wow.
Although the thing is, other people's kids love me. And I don't get why. Like, every morning, our friend's daughter, this morning she almost tried running across a road.
Yeah,
She tried just Ben, and she come running, and I was like, oh my god, she's gonna get hit by a car. She's gonna get hit by a car. But
always up to mischief.
thankfully, she didn't get hit by a car. But it's not the kids she wants to see. It's not Dexter and Lila, even though we're on the school run. It's me. So she comes running up to me, wants to give me a big hug and show me whatever animal she's got today. Because she always brings like a different animal with her.
Emma's like, mine are adults now, so it's easy to say.
Yours are adults
true.
now, and
True.
so if they're annoying you, you can just tell them to fuck off.
You can tell them to go home.
Yeah, just go home. Get out of here. I don't want to see you today. Stop being a bastard. And all of that. To be fair, we tell our kids to stop being little. I've copped the same to Dexter when he's doing something to annoy his sister. I just say, Dexter, stop being a dick. Don't I? I just say, stop being a dick. And he goes, I'm not being a dick. I'm like, you are. You're being a dick. Tiana says, I want no children. I just want to be loved.
Do you know what, Tiana? I didn't want kids until I met Ben. I wanted to work with children.
Is there more than 1/7?
No. I wanted to work with children and then go home without children.
Check in the bag.
Ben ruined my plans. So...
I mean, we agreed to have children together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We tried for the children. We planned for the children. We had fertility treatment for the children.
No.
It's not like the children were not planned or wanted. And we had them after we were married.
Ben's fault. Everyone. Ben's.
Emma says she didn't want children either.
Oh, see? See? It's amazing what world does to you, isn't it?
Well, hit the like button.
My daughter, who is 8, is like, I don't want children. I don't want to get married. I don't want a boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, you're 8.
Problem is, never too old for Lego. She's 17. that's the only issue here. She's 17. I don't know what the ages are like in Canada. Well, actually, that's legal here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is legal here in the United Kingdom. And Canada's under British rule, so they're under our monarch. So could well be legal there as well.
Wait, no, I think to get married here, you've got to have your parental
Depends.
permission.
If you go to Gretna Green in Scotland,
If you're under 18.
If you go to Gretna Green in Scotland, you don't. 16-year-olds can marry without parental consent at Gretna Green.
Oh, I don't know. My parents, like my mum and my stepdad, actually ran off to Gretna Green to get married.
Yeah, but they weren't 16 years old.
No, they were not. But they left us behind.
He says, come find me next year then.
Come find me next year.
I neither condone or condemn this behaviour. I will leave this conversation between them. I will leave this conversation between them. Like I say, in this country, it's totally legal. Totally legal. 18 to get married. Ah, there you go then.
That's what I said.
This is Canada we're talking about.
Oh, well, I'm pretty
Canada.
sure it is here too.
Yeah,
so.
in England it is.
Yeah.
You can marry at 16 with parental consent, like you said.
Yeah.
But if you go to Gretna Green in Scotland, or you go to Scotland in general, you can marry at 16 without consent.
Can you?
You can. So, the more you know, right? The more you learn. You'll only be 47. That's quite the age. That's quite the age
I'll
gap.
only be 47.
That's quite the age gap.
It's only 30 years.
I'm saying nothing. There are people with much larger age gaps who end up in successful relationships as long as everything is legal. Everything is legal and above board. That's all that worries, that bothers me, right? Everybody can be happy, doesn't really matter, as long as it's all legal and above board. And everybody is consenting. But I'll say this, if you get pregnant when getting a divorce, oh Christ.
Man, he really don't want kids.
He really don't want kids.
He out.
Yep. I want all my money for them plastic ABS bricks. I want all my...
Bricks are better. They don't talk back.
That is true.
That's why I prefer animals, guys.
She's not letting anyone touch her. That's probably the best way to be. I'm not letting anyone touch me. Yeah, probably for the best.
She says that now. It's like my 8-year-old. I'm never getting a boyfriend.
I'm never getting a boyfriend. I'm never having kids.
And I'm like, all right. We'll see what you say when you're 16, mate. I'm sure it'll be different.
Boop. What am I moving around here? Come on now.
Well, I did tell her she's not allowed a boyfriend until she's 30.
Not allowed a boyfriend till she's 30.
Yeah,
I think
30.
that's perfectly fair.
I think that's fair.
He says girls in his 20s still want him, so he must be doing something right or wrong. I can...
I don't even know how to respond to that one.
He's got 4,000 transformers and he's not letting any kids play with them. Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
And that's a good collection, to be fair.
Do you know what? All of my Lego is up on shelves because my kids are not allowed to go near it. Because
Are they not?
arses.
Are they not allowed?
They're not allowed to touch it. No, it's
No.
Mummy's Lego.
Yeah, that is true. They're
And
on
people are
very
like,
high
"Oh,
shelves.
Lego for kids." I'm like,
Diagonally,
What?
it is now up on one of the, if not
I'm
the
like,
highest
what?
shelf in the room, isn't it?
yes, I did some moving around earlier.
Yes. Your son's cat got run over and has been cremated today. That's a
Oh,
Debbie
well,
Downer there, Emma. It's a bit of a
thanks,
slight
Emma.
change of subject there. Wow. Oh man, that absolutely sucks. Just talking about people getting married and building Lego and running off into the sunset and concerning age gaps, but
Yeah, probably best we moved on.
yeah,
actually, yeah.
probably best we moved on.
To be fair, our cat died obviously last year, and
We had 2 die last year.
some girl in my daughter's class was like, "Oh, your cat died," and so my daughter, being the emotional wreck that she is,
Started crying her eyes
started
out.
crying her eyes out to the point they had to remove her from the class.
This was yesterday.
It was. And then even on the way home, she's like, "She brought up our dead cat," and I'm like, "Okay,
Okay.
calm down."
I was speaking to Jesse about this yesterday, actually. And emotionally, I'm quite indifferent to these things. What upsets me the most about when the animals die is watching her get upset.
You actually said this on the stream.
I might have done.
You did, yeah. But Lila is like our little emotional wreck.
Tiana, you enjoy that fiction. That's the best I can say to you, girl. She says, but that's true when I say I'm not letting anyone touch me, but I'm depressed without love, so I have Sebastian, which is fictional.
I mean, I'm confused.
I tell you what, I'm not confused about. Something's coming to the UK. I sort of spoke to Chrissy about this in code in text message earlier on, but there's something coming to the
I did read that.
There's something coming to the UK which looks like it is awesome and a lot of fun.
Does it though?
Yeah, because I've seen videos of it in Texas. It's called Minecraft Experience, Villagers something or other, right? And it's a big, huge, interactive Minecraft experience with multiple rooms, biomes. You use like a cube thing. It's interactive, and you use it as you go around. And it's coming to London. It's been in Texas for a while, and it's moving from Texas to London in the next few months. So I've fired them off a little email. I have. So we want to feature you on the channel. We want to feature your event on the channel. Bang us some tickets. Just bang us some tickets. Jesse's now policing people in the chat. You know what? I'm staying out of this. I'm just staying out of this. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're watching on the vertical or the horizontal or on Twitch, don't be shy. Say hello. We like to hear from you.
I'm just minding my own business over here.
You're on bag 7 of the Himeji
I'm
Castle.
just minding my own business, building my Lego.
Oh God, yeah, I remember Jay. Jay still often turns up. He does turn up sometimes. Old sore arm. He's not very often, but he will occasionally pop up from time to time. He says, "Did you not ready? I'm just a jokester. Don't take me seriously." I got that. I got that. Right. She said she'd hide if he popped up. I was like, it's not very often. It's rare. But
I think that's that bit done.
Oh, did you not read you're a jokester? Yeah. I get that. I can see that. And I'm not gonna berate somebody for having a laugh, right?
I'm one of these that has a really weird sense of humour, and Ben's always telling me off.
Do you know what, Jesse?
He says he couldn't take me in an airport.
I couldn't take her in the airport. We'd end up arrested. That's all. You can't even say those jokes on here.
No,
you can't.
no.
We'd end up arrested. We really would.
I say inappropriate things.
She
because
does.
Things are funny.
I've only been to an airport with her twice. When we went to France and when we came back from France, and basically I gave her a gag.
I was very good, actually. There were times when I had to watch what I said.
Yeah, there were.
Because I am one of those.
When she's putting things through a security scanner and she wants to tell security agents there's stuff in her bags that isn't.
Bit of a laugh, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Need to liven up a bit.
It's not a bit of a laugh. I mean, it's a bit of a laugh in your mind, but it's not a bit of a laugh when I'm stuck in a security office going, Jesus Christ, not again. Then it's not a laugh.
It's like when the security looked at Dexter's potty and I was like, what do you think it is, a bomb? And he actually opened it and I was like, see? And he's like, oh, it's a potty. I was like, yes.
And I'm just sitting there with my head in my hands going, oh, for God's sake, shut up, woman. Just shut up. Let them look in the toilet.
I'm terrible. I am.
I'm never too old for Lego is singing from my hymn sheet. Dark humour is absolutely the best. Unfortunately, sir, on this platform, we have to moderate our humour. However,
yeah, Ben tells me off on here as well.
In-person meetups, on the other hand, we don't have to moderate our humour.
I'm always getting told off.
Because you say things that could ultimately get our channel banned.
I beg to differ.
Basically, you need to be extremely milquetoast.
I don't like it. I don't like to be told, you can't say that. Free country.
So Emma says when she was little, they were looking through their cases and said there was no explosive device in her case. Say explosive device other than the B word.
Oh, okay.
Because the algorithm does not like it.
See?
Yeah, I know.
This whole thing is just
Jessie.
silly.
You have to tell her off.
Yeah, he always tells me.
You have to tell her, I'm sorry, but you have
We even
to.
go to the supermarket and I'll make like a comment. And he'll be like, you can't say that.
Good
I'm like,
evening, Mr. Beats and
why?
Tapes. I see that you have come to the stream but not hit the like button.
I see it as it's a free country.
I see him.
I'll say what I want.
I see him. I'll see what he's doing.
I'm not mean to people.
It depends. Who
Okay,
knows people?
I'm not mean to their faces.
You mean to my face?
I might just be like, you
All
know,
the time.
if like someone waddles past me, I might be like, oh look, it's Jabba. You know?
Oh
But
my god.
that's nothing. And I won't say it to their face. It's only a joke. My dad's the worst. I mean, he does say it to their face.
Yeah, but we don't speak of or to
And I'm
him at
like,
the moment,
that
do
is
we?
terrible, Faja.
Why do they call it YouTube if you can't be yourself on your YouTube?
Yeah, that's exactly
See, the thing
right.
is, YouTube used to be the Wild West, right? It used to absolutely be the Wild West. You used to be able to say and do pretty much anything you wanted. And now it's just like, right, yeah, we're going to have to moderate and censor anything and everything you say because we need this sanitized version of the world.
I know, it's so mean.
And it's like, well, A, the world isn't that sanitary, especially when it comes to humour. But B, you're forcing people to be someone and something. Well, not forcing them to be something they're not, but you're forcing them to moderate their language. And
Which I find hard.
well, you find it hard, but I also find it dystopian. And that is it's a weird way to say it, but if anybody's read Orwell's 1984, people are forced to say, you know, war. Freedom is slavery, war is peace, up is down, 2 + 2 = 5, and all of that, to parrot the line, the party line, the propaganda for whatever the party wants you to believe. And newspeak, as Emma says, newspeak, right? People are forced to parrot newspeak in order to
What's newspeak?
newspeak is the control, sanitization and moderation of people's language in order to force them repetitively to say things that aren't true so that they become true.
Is it like we've been seeing these, haven't we? Like, really big people, and people are like, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful" and all that, and they eat on their channels and stuff. And quite a few of these creators have literally died on stream.
Yeah, and they'll say that
from
being
eating so much.
they'll say that being 45 stone is not being unhealthy,
yeah,
and it is.
yeah. And I understand, like, it's not nice to tell someone, you know, you're overweight, blah blah. But at the same time, I don't think it's in their best interest for us to be going, "Oh, you're beautiful, you're healthy, you're."
They say they're beautiful because some people may genuinely find that
like,
beautiful.
I'm not saying that they're not beautiful, but I'm saying like they're not healthy.
Well, no, and I mean even at
And you don't want people to die young.
even at now under 16 stone, right? I've dropped down under 16. Woohoo! And like Jesse says, mukbang content has caused so many deaths. It absolutely has. But even now that I've dropped down under 16
Is
stone,
that the one where they eat?
yeah,
like
just
the-
eat trays of food, eat,
Yeah.
while they're making content.
But this thing, it happens like on stream as well. And then I kind of think that these people that are constantly going, "Oh my God, you know, you're gorgeous," and eat more and all this, all these people that like encourage it,
Yeah.
surely they have to have some sort of guilt on them.
Well, yeah, because they're encouraging people to harm themselves. They are encouraging people actively to harm themselves. And like I said, I don't think it's fair to tell somebody that's rather large that they're not beautiful, because I couldn't care what size you got, you're beautiful, right? So
Yeah, but what I mean, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? Because what actually did it for me was I went to Fort Park.
yeah,
and
that's what did it for me the first time.
The people on the restraints had to push me in to get the restraint to click. And that's when I was like, oh gosh.
And you breathe better now.
I love roller coasters. I love rides. And it was very embarrassing, obviously. And I felt very ashamed. And so I came back and I thought, I've got to do something about this. And I joined Slimming World. And I kind of look at bigger people around me. And I kind of just want to go, because I don't find Slimming World that hard. And it's actually just knowing what is good and bad to eat. And that was where my big problem was. So I just kind of want to go up to people and shake them and say, like, just join my group. You know, come with me to this group and you'll see you can still eat a lot. You can still eat tasty things. You don't have to eat like a rabbit.
The thing is, you don't have to insult them. You don't have to shame them or anything like that. But what you shouldn't do is turn around and tell somebody, you know, oh yeah, that's great and healthy for you, because, you know, I've been on the cusp of diabetes. When I was at my biggest, they told me I was gonna end up with diabetes. My markers were all there.
I'm literally shocked you're not.
I was
You're
ready.
Borderline.
I'm nowhere near it now. Everything's back into normal parameters, thank God.
Somehow.
But the point is,
somehow,
you know, your risk of things like heart disease, stroke, all of that, it goes sky high. And you should be able to...
it's true, Jesse. You, like, literally everything, you're shamed. You can't say anything. And...
But all I want to do is shake these people and say, it's not healthy, right? It's not healthy. And that's the real contention that I have, because I don't think people... I'm not going to shame someone for being the size that they are.
No.
But what I will shame people who encourage that person and say, oh yeah, no, you're not unhealthy, you're not, that's where but the other thing is just denial of reality. We're being forced to deny reality on certain aspects, and there are aspects I'm not even sure I can talk about on this platform. That's where we've got to. You know, when we talk about males in female sports, for example, we have to deny reality there lest we be cancelled.
That went up.
But the fact of the matter is, there are inherently biological differences between males and females. Males have more muscle mass, heavier bone density, are generally taller, faster, stronger, and they shouldn't be competing in a female sporting category. But it's got to the point where you have to deny reality. Yes, in the United States, that has changed rapidly, and that's simply because of an executive order.
Can I just step in and say something?
It depends.
Okay. This is to Emma. Like, I understand that there are medical problems, there are medical tablets and everything. We go over this in Slimming World as well. And, like, I have polycystic ovaries, and that's a known one that causes you... It's harder to lose weight. But even though things might be harder, it doesn't mean they're impossible. And I actually have a friend who goes to Slimming World with me, and she uses every excuse in the book. So it will be her period, it will be medication,
she just doesn't go most
it
of
will
the time.
Be any excuse there is in the book will be the excuse. And you know, and I'm sort of like, if you're not willing to put in the work, you know, you're not. And it can be hard, but I mean, I think she's heavier now than when she started. Unfortunately, so she's not taking it seriously.
But what I will say is this, right? When it comes to weight, especially weight, it is simply, let me take it from an autistic analytical point of view. And that is that it is a matter of energy versus consumption. Okay, or consumption versus energy. On average, a male human body needs 2,500 calories a day. That's units of energy. 2,500 calories a day in order to, and that's without doing anything, right? That's sitting around on your ass.
It's on average, it all varies.
In order to maintain whatever weight you are at. That's to maintain it.
Yeah.
Okay? Anything less than that, and realistically, over a long period of time, if you say you're putting in 2,000 calories a day, you should lose weight, right?
Yes. They call it a calorie deficit, don't they?
Yeah. So
where you take in less calories than your body needs. On Slimming World, you don't do it via calories.
Which I don't get, because that is the only measurement you need, as far as I'm concerned.
They do it by free food. Now, everyone works differently to what everyone works differently.
But,
you know, I've done so many diets over my life.
And this one works for you, so fair enough.
And they've never worked. And this one does work for me. I can go in and I feel like, you know, I can stick to the plan. And I don't sit there eating like a rabbit, because I'm not a rabbit. I'll never be a rabbit.
But going back to my analytical calculation,
I'll never be a rabbit.
if you consume surplus energy and you don't burn off surplus energy, that energy is stored in your body as fat cells, right? That's how people generally gain weight, by consuming the surplus to what is required for their body to maintain. Yes, now there are exceptions to that, obviously, and those exceptions being things like medications and, you know, people always say thyroid. Yes, thyroid issues
Yeah.
can absolutely aid in it. But the calculation remains, regardless of all of that. If you are in calorie deficit, if you are not consuming the units of energy required to sustain your body on a daily basis, your body will take those extra required units of energy from whatever is stored within itself. That is simply a fact. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, if I do exercise, I lose more weight. But
when I saw dramatic weight loss when I had my Fort Park issue,
yeah.
It was simply because I went, didn't I? I ate nothing but chicken breast and drank water, and I went to 800 calories a day. I don't recommend it, by the way, because that's dangerous. But I did that, and I saw calorie deficit and a massive weight drop. Yet I put a load of that weight back on simply because I drunk the Earth's supply of Coca-Cola.
Ben and his Coca-Cola.
I drank the...
And usually you will find that somebody, like we do this all the time once again in Grow, where we go over what people's like addictions are. And it is an addiction.
Yes, it is. Sugar is an addiction.
And Ben's is sugar. His is sugary drinks. Okay?
Not sugary foods. Don't like them.
Not sugary foods. His is sugary drinks. Mine is chocolate. Anything chocolate, I get a sweet tooth. I need that chocolate. Loads of people at group, like, they go through biscuits. You know, they go through crisps.
Liquid calories are the worst.
Addicted to that certain thing. Once you know what your downfall is, that's when you can sort of put things in place to try and go around it. So savoury, I'm fine with. I'm not one of these, I'll sit there and eat cheese, you know? Like, I'm not one of those. Chocolate, on the other hand, put chocolate in front of me, it's gone.
Yeah.
I have a sweet tooth. And so to get around that, I now drink a hot chocolate every night, which is a low-sin hot chocolate. So I'm still getting the sweetness and the chocolatey goodness.
But not the calories.
But not the calories that go with it. Yeah.
Never Too Old for Lego says, I have an inactive thyroid. I should be a 500-pound person, but I'm not. And you know what? Those people piss me off. Them really skinny people, because I don't eat a lot. I really do not eat a lot of food.
That as well, right? You get really, really skinny people that eat like a horse. They'll eat like a Domino's pizza every single day, and they don't gain any.
Don't gain
a
bloody
pizza.
Ounce.
I look at a pizza and it goes on my hip.
I mean,
I look at it.
I mean, the thing is that I watch some of these people that do this travel stuff like we do, right? And
which part beats the part of looking at a pizza?
They'll go on a cruise, for example, and they'll eat at 5 different cruise restaurants in one day.
Yep.
And they won't put on an ounce.
No.
And it's like, if I went on a cruise, I would eat 1 meal a day, and it wouldn't be huge.
I went out for 1 meal this week, or last week, and I gained back what I lost last week. You know, it's so much easier to gain weight than it is to lose it. So much easier. And I'm like, that's so unfair. But it is what it is. And this week I've just got to work a bit harder, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't go hungry. Ben will tell you, I used to, didn't I? Before, when I used to go on diets, I used to starve myself. That was my way of losing weight. It's not the healthy way of doing it. And now I don't. I still eat a lot.
Which comment have you read? The inactive thyroid one?
Oh, sorry, guys. I got to read number.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, the second
I don't eat much though. To be
the second I put down Coca-Cola,
yeah, he drops weight.
I drop weight
as soon because he only eats like potato and meat. That is Ben,
and once a day.
That's not good for you though. I learned that through Slimming World. Is eating once a day is not good for you because your body doesn't kickstart itself.
I don't know which one you're on about there.
I literally force feed myself.
Is it the
cereal.
picnic table one?
Sorry, I scream a lot.
What? I know.
Do like a little I do that quite often as well. It's quite bad.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's quite annoying, I imagine.
It is quite annoying. Right, so
you.
Has anybody got any problems you'd like us to solve here?
Problems?
Yeah,
I have a lot of problems.
No, I'm talking like maybe we could be their agony aunt and uncle.
Damn it! I got a lot of problems. What about me?
We could be their agony aunt and uncle whilst we build their Lego.
What about me?
I'm thinking.
I got issues.
I'm not saying we can solve your problems, and I'm not saying we won't give you answers that are extremely irrelevant and humorous.
You know, though, I was morbidly obese on my doctor's file, and now I'm just overweight.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
it's true.
I'll take it.
I mean, like I say, I've dropped under 16 stone for the first time in probably a year. So,
obviously, I'd like to be healthy on that scale.
I'm happy. Despite the fact that I'm still very big, I'm very happy. I mean, I'm starting to feel my clothes a little looser on me. I mean, Chrissy was saying to me about 5-6 weeks ago that my stomach was popping out of my shirts. She was like, I wouldn't wear that one.
God, you make me sound like an arse.
Oh, she is an arse. She bullies me.
You make me sound like an arse.
And she's ableist. What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you're going to give me that one, aren't you? You're ableist. That dog.
I know. I'm gonna kill a poodle.
Call her in.
He has a.
Shut up.
Never 12 for Lego. That is. Well, we don't need to know that problem, mate. I mean, good for you though.
My problem is the same as the as the Doge analyst, and that's all I'm going to say. People will get that immediately, I think. Chrissy's no idea. Elon Musk has got himself an analyst that's called Big Balls.
Oh yeah, no, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
River.
he's making such a great time of it as well.
What are you barking
He's
at?
managed to make all of the mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, and everything say Big Balls live on air more than once, making him fucking laugh his arse off. Excuse my language. But he's renamed himself, Elon, on X. He's renamed himself Harry Bowles. Harry Bowles, so that he could get the mainstream media, CNN, that to call him Harry Bowles online. And they've done it. They've done it.
Did you turn off the heating?
I turned off the heating hours ago.
Doesn't feel like it. Poodle. I wonder if they can hear that.
Never too old for Lego. I didn't think it was. Because I know that you're single.
That's why I thought it was the problem. But okay.
Beats and tapes. That dog is going to.
I don't know what she's chasing.
It's going to be sent to the pound in a minute.
I bet it's the kitten.
Oh, it's definitely
always the kitten.
Yeah, but that dog is going to be sent to the pound if it doesn't shut up.
River, here. Come here.
Gonna find a new family? You want to find a new family?
No. Oh,
Looking forward to a new family?
stop it. Where is she?
I don't know.
Where is she? Huh?
Go and see.
Is that what you're barking about?
Go and see, because maybe you can scare it off. Or maybe it's got a mouse again. Oh, yes, Emma, lovely dog. That's what it is. Yeah. And Jessie says it's mean. What? It's mean to...
That is mean.
It's not mean because she is... No, she's interrupting.
You can't take away...
She is interrupting our stream time.
No.
Right?
No. My poodle. We will be down to school tomorrow.
I think we all need that. Never too old for Lego. That would be handy. Says his problem is he needs a rich woman that he can spend all the money without the head.
What, you don't want a head now?
No, you can't be saying that.
You see, I always get told off. I knew I was going to miss that piece somewhere. Where are you?
It's going to be within this lot, I reckon.
Always a piece. Always.
Oh, dearie me.
Let's see if we can find it, guys. I'm always missing a piece.
I'm not sampling her barking and playing it back to her beats because that will make it worse. That will make it worse. And I am not in the business of making it worse. It's already annoying. I don't know if you guys can see this. My eye is stuck half shut. Look at this. I contacted the doctors yesterday, and they contacted me back today via a message. Okay, right, that dog is about to be in big trouble. So, anyway, they contacted me back today to talk about this issue that's going on with my head, my face, and my head, my face, and my eye. And they said, oh, it's probably a migraine. Here's some information about migraines, and sent me a link. And none of that described what was going on with my face. So
To be fair, you've got a lot of experience with migraines because of me anyway.
Yeah, this isn't a migraine. So I sent them back a message saying this isn't a migraine. What you've sent me does not relate to what's going on in my face, my head, and my eye at all. And they went, oh well, face twitching and eye twitching and headaches related to them are normal. Contact us back if it gets worse.
You're going to behave now.
And then wouldn't give me a telephone consultation, wouldn't see me.
No, I'm done now, Roo.
And so that...
No, I'm done. Go.
Apparently, Jesse's very normal. Very normal.
Oh, look, there's the cat. What page are we on, guys?
You was about to start stage 8.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God, now they're play fighting.
So yeah, apparently very normal. Very normal for your eye to start freezing and twitching. Ah, Ollie, you're back on the vertical stream. Hello there. Do you want to jump onto the horizontal and join the rest of the chat?
Sometimes my eye twitches. I get like the muscle spasms.
Yeah, but there's been like 6 days non-stop where my eye has been quivering, twitching, and then occasionally I get really sharp headaches that emanate from my eye and shoot over the top of my head. They last about 2 or 3 minutes and then they go away. And they said that's just a migraine. That's not a migraine. Because when they happen, I'm completely inactive. I can't do a thing.
Can't do anything with a migraine, but you know.
Yeah, but for only 2 or 3 minutes.
God, I wish. Some migraines can last days.
No, it just seems like they're completely disinterested, Beats and Tapes. It seems like they're completely disinterested.
Yeah, just tell them your head's falling off, yeah.
It's like when you go into a Walmart or Home Depot and ask them where the stuff is, and they're like, I don't know, I just work here.
It's a true story.
I agree, the NHS is falling apart. It's absolutely falling apart, and it's failing us. It's failing you, me, and everybody else. Unless, of course, you've arrived by a dinghy and living in a 4-star hotel at taxpayer expense.
I gotta say,
Then you get to the front of the queue.
they've been pretty good with me with my mental health. They're not very good when it comes to my migraines. It's kind of like they just shove more tablets at you.
I mean,
Tell you to get on with it.
Look, you can see why there is a lot of resentment towards these people that are coming across the channel.
I hate it when this comes like.
Right? And look, I'm not trying to sound resentful towards them myself, because you don't know which one of them are economics and which ones are generally genuinely trying to gain asylum. There will be some, although I think it's a small number who are genuinely trying to gain asylum. But when some of them are getting literally in-house private doctors and dentists provided by the taxpayer, when a GP won't even call me back, when I'm worried that, you know, the right side of my face is going numb and my eye is freezing up and I'm getting head pain, they won't even give me a telephone consultation. You can see why some people are extremely resentful towards what is going on. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that I am. I because at least they had the good graces, I guess, to send me a message. But they still wouldn't even speak to me. And it's basically, contact us back if it gets worse, or go to A&E. A&E being accident and emergency for those who are not in the UK. And I despair, and I worry. Apparently a good thing for migraines is saltwater electrolyte deficiency. It's not a migraine, Ollie. It's not a migraine, my friend. They sent me an information website link on migraines on this message service, and it does not apply to what's going on with me.
Shall I read it?
I can't get it up on my phone, which is currently being used as a camera.
I'll read it, like, for me.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Because they just chuck tablets at me.
Oh, for Chrissy. Yeah, for Chrissy. And remember, guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And if you are on the horizontal stream, we have 5 spaces for our stream gods. And
I've suffered with migraines since I was 12.
And you become a stream god by meeting our super chat goal of £5 or more. Well, if you go more, then you become an Uber god. That's right, an Uber god. Ollie has actually been a stream god for the last 2 nights in a row. Emma says, Ben Kermit. Yeah, okay, I get it. And you know what? I'm just stressed out because I feel like there's something wrong and I can't place my finger on what it is.
You're fine. You're not dead.
I'm not saying that I am, right? And I'm not saying that I'm dying either. But what I'm saying is, especially when the pain strikes, I'm useless. And it's only for 2 or 3 minutes, thankfully. But it scared me when it happened when I was driving. And I had to pull the car over. Scared me to no end.
Maybe it has something to do with your seizures.
True.
Yeah, thought about that one.
Tiana's not live anymore. Somebody needs to stick Tiana jump to live in the chat. Please. And like I say, and they can't even be bothered to phone me.
To be fair, my doctors are usually I can't talk.
They're usually spot on with you, aren't they?
Well, no. I mean, the amount of times that I've called them needing to be seen, and as soon as and they'll say,
Yeah,
we've got no appointments, and then I'll go, I'm asthmatic. They go, oh, yeah, we'll see you right now. That is amazing on how they can do that.
Yeah.
So they really do, they do have appointments. You can be seen. They just don't like to.
But ever since the alleged pandemic, GPs have found a way to not work. And they like it. And they like it. And they don't want to go back to how they were.
Tiana's quite far back, but Tiana, 10 stone is not terrible.
Emergency appointments only at Jessie's GP surgery.
Yeah, see? That's terrible.
And
that is absolutely awful.
Thank you very much, Never Too Old for Lego. Hopefully we catch you on one of your streams at some point, or we see you again here. But once again, you know, I don't like seeing a doctor. I don't like going to the hospital. Chrissy will tell you, my appendix was hurting for 3 days before I called the doctor. I finally relented and said I needed to go to the hospital. It was hurting for 3 days. But, when you actually feel like something's wrong and you need to see them, they're not there for you. And it's sad. I don't know. I don't want to be on a downer. You hate having scans. Scans annoy me. I mean, but even now, I'd
rather have scans than find out what's wrong.
Yeah, but the whole top of my right eye is just twitching, and freezing, and
I mean, I got sent to a neurologist.
I don't know.
When I was 17, and I was literally a guinea pig to them. They put me on so much different medication. They were like, "Oh, let's try all this. Let's try all this on you," because obviously I was fit and healthy. So it's not. Yeah, we'll just try all this on you.
Yeah, I hate being in the buildings as well. And you know what? I turn around to Chrissy even when, you know, she's forced me to go to A&E. Because she does force me to go in A&E sometimes. And when she's forced me to go in A&E, it gets to 2 or 3 hours. I turn around to her and go, I just want to go. Yeah, I'm sitting there in absolute agony. And I'm like, I just want to go. It's not even about the waiting. It's not even about the waiting. It's about the fact I don't want to be there. You know, that's the building that my grandfather, who was essentially my father, passed away in. I don't want to be there.
But nobody wants to be there. You only go there when you have to go there.
Julie, they suggested nothing but migraines. Nothing but migraines. That was it.
I think my GP is due to call me tomorrow, so you can always cop on a phone call with me.
We are with the same surgery.
I could be like, I'll pass you over.
No, there's no point because he won't. Because remember, also with our GP surgery, you have to make one appointment per problem. So if you've got 3 things you need to talk to them about, you need to make 3 separate appointments. They won't talk to you about 3 things in one appointment.
Oh, I've never had that problem though. They've never been strict with that.
But it's still ridiculous.
They say it, but they've never actually done that with me.
No, it is ridiculous. Could somebody put in the chat that to Tiana that she's very... Oh, I think she's gone back up. I don't know. Can someone put in the chat that Tiana's very far behind? Thank you very much for joining us in the Horizontal Ollie. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in.
I was about to say, is anyone else here hot? And then I realised, obviously, you guys aren't in the same room.
Yes, I am.
So
Yeah, I'm extremely hot, especially after I've had a shower and a shave.
it's freaking baking in it.
Emma will tell you she's called me hot.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I had a very quick shower whilst my dinner was in the oven.
And she says I did. Look.
Well, no, it was in the microwave, actually.
Jessie says nope, I'm freezing, but then she's got the snow.
Oh, Jessie, I could do some of that right now. I'm baking.
This is coming up along very well, actually.
Ben has a thing about keeping the heating on.
The
forever.
heating's not on.
Well,
It's not on.
it was, though.
Hours ago. It was turned off hours ago.
All day.
Well, yeah, because if we don't,
I am baking.
despite the fact that this place is 75 years old and made of solid stone, the heat just seems to dissipate from it.
I literally sneak in.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you.
I literally sneak in to the kitchen just to turn off the freaking heating all the time because I'm like, oh, he's got that heating on again.
Look.
I already saw it,
Yeah.
Ben. You don't need to gloat, mate.
Gorgeous.
She's welcome to you. I keep saying
I
this.
know that I'm gorgeous. I know. I mean, we've had this conversation time and time again.
Trust me, anyone.
Tiana says, thank you, Julie. I'm up to where I should be. There you go. Ollie still hasn't hit the like button.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jessie. This has been going on between me and Emma for over a year at this point. Right. It's a thing. It's
I
real.
think it was mainly to make John jealous, if I'm honest with you.
It really has made him jealous over
Poor
the
John.
course of the year. Oh, John's not doing a show tonight, by the way, people. I don't know if he's doing one on his own, but there's no down the rabbit hole.
Can I have falling out?
Maybe. I don't know. Tiana says her phone is about to die. Do you have a charger?
My glasses once again keep hitting this freaking.
Microphone?
Yes.
Jessie's near Middlesbrough. It's been on off snowing most of the day. Hasn't settled, but it's cold. Well,
It's cold here,
Julie's
but
in Wales, so
not enough for snow.
and Dredd as well. I know he's in the chat, or he was. They're in Wales. I know that Beats and Tapes is also in Wales.
God, too many people with the shape.
I know we get so many people with house sheep here. What's your house sheep's name, Beats? Have you named him?
Billy.
Hey, I don't have a bloody house sheep. I don't.
He does though.
we all know it. Hi there, Potato Snake, over in the vertical chat. I hope you're well. Good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. I don't know, but hello there. Ollie, super chatted £2, so he's not quite become a god. He's become like a duke. A duke.
I like his thing though.
Yeah,
so.
ball bags.
Yeah.
So Ollie has.
I think he's calling you a ball bag, not me.
Well, no, because
Wouldn't call me a ball bag.
I mean he definitely would.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, but Ollie, do you know what?
No.
Ollie was Ollie had a great day. Well, me and Ollie had a great time at Disney together. We spent like a trip to Disney together. But Ollie had I don't know if it was an even better day. But he had a fantastic day when he found me outside the BBC in London during one of them protests. And he was just like, I can't believe you're actually doing this for real. The way I was acting and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I do this. And,
They used to scare the crap out of me.
what, them protests?
I hated them.
What, because you thought I was going to get, like, trampled?
Yeah, well, just died. Yeah.
I remember once, I was...
Scared the crap out of me.
I was covering an event outside Downing Street, actually, and about 500 police officers turned up.
Yep.
And you were watching.
Yep.
And they were letting me through the lines, weren't they? And then someone jumped in on the chat and had a go at you for letting me go because I was clearly autistic.
Sounds about right.
Like, what are you doing letting him go there?
So, like, I have a choice in the matter, dude.
What are you letting
I don't
him-
have him on a leash, you know. But it just, do you know what? After that time, I remember I was so scared because, like, violence started breaking out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I can't watch these anymore. If you go, don't.
I mean,
just tell me
I
when you're on
wasn't
your way
involved
home.
in the violence.
No,
in any way, shape, or form.
But when like a few people break out and then the police start coming in and stuff, and I was just like, I can't watch this. I can't do it.
I'll see in a bit, Tiana. I mean, I was kind of a neutral observer, and whilst I had my views, and my views were very well known at that point.
Yes.
I didn't actually.
With your megaphone.
Yeah, but when I went out on the protests themselves, I didn't go as an activist. I went as a journalist, and I went to document what was going on live, and that was it. Yes, I did have a bit of fun doing it because hey, we like to do things a little bit. Do you have an old Lego dragon? I don't think we do, Potato Snake. I don't think we do. I'd like an old Lego dragon though. Do you know what?
Do you mean like old Lego dragon is in the Legoland one?
I was going to say, I think we should maybe arrange an Ocean's 11 style heist where we get the Legoland Hotel dragon.
I love that dragon.
You did, didn't you, Ollie? You got a whole protest to tell people to take their face coverings off at a theatre queue. He started a chant. I mean, I didn't get involved in that chant because I was a neutral observer.
Of course you were.
Well, actually, whilst doing the actual coverage, I was. Emma says she went on protest, but she finds them so emotional that she no longer goes. What I will say is this about those protests specifically. They didn't achieve anything. They were just basically a way for people to have a big party in the street and let off steam. That's what they achieved. If they did achieve something, it was that people gained connections and people got to meet one another, spend time with one another, and have a great time with one another.
Which is lovely.
And then at the end of each one, the police would show up mob-handed and beat people up for having a party. That is what happened. And I documented a lot of that live, and the police can say what they want. What they did was absolute violence. What they did was absolute assault. What they did was wrong. They would line up, and they would literally just start beating people for no reason. And I streamed all of this.
Because you're out of your house.
Yeah, and then it was simply that, because you're out of your house. They would just start beating people. And this was in central London. This wasn't in some, like, autocratic dictatorship. The one you went on was with the nurses, and they stopped the mandate. Yeah, I think they did, but I don't think it was due to the protest more than it was... Like I say, I think what they achieved was a sense of togetherness for people. People that wanted to feel like they weren't alone. And in that respect, I think they went very well. Emma says, no, I meant the disabled protest. Emma, if you want me to come out on a protest with you anytime, just ask. I know you say they get too emotional and stuff like that, but if you ever feel like you want to go on one again, just ask, and I will come with you out on a disability protest, because I actually feel very strongly about that. And this is what, when I emailed the Minecraft experience, I said, you know, I'm disabled, I'm autistic, got autistic children. The other people on the channel have things like autism and epilepsy and things like that. And we would love to come look at your event, cover your event from that perspective, and help market it out to people who are disabled. Because a big part of what we do here on this channel, on Real Review UK, is we try and promote these things, these events, to the disabled, right? And say, yeah, look at us. We're disabled. We're doing it, and you can do it too. Is what we like to try and do, because there are a lot of people who are in our situation. There are a lot of people who are in our shoes who don't think they can go to Disneyland. Who don't think that they can go to Thorpe Park and ride the roller coasters, who don't think that they're able to do that. And we like to show them that, yeah, it might be a day of extra medications, it might be a day of extra pain, but you can do it. You can do it.
If you're being cute.
Obviously, there are some people who simply won't be able to do it, but I'm more talking to the people who haven't got the confidence to try.
Say that. My little sister, she was born with a hole in her heart and tiny.
And dwarfism.
Yeah. And so she used to tiptoe just to get one of the bands at Thorpe Park. And she, like, proper spitfire. Like, her stance was, because obviously you're not supposed to go on it if you've got heart problems. But her thing was, if I die on this roller coaster, at least I die having fun.
And that's my stance as well.
And you kind of like, I get it.
That's my
You know?
stance as well. You know,
Like, you're on medication daily to keep you alive and stuff like that. If you want to go on a roller coaster, you go on a roller coaster. That's, you know.
Mr. Coaster Journey, good evening, my friend. I hope you are well. So he came in with just a comment saying, Japan! Like he's trying to make me jealous.
He is.
Yeah, he's trying to make me jealous.
He's doing it on purpose.
He's doing it on purpose because he knows he's going to Japan and I aren't. Or I'm not. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a little update. Sorry. Just want to give you a little update. We are now 33 subscribers away from the big 2,000. 33 subscribers.
33.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We really appreciate you. We would really appreciate it. We've actually put out a new video today on the channel. Oh wow, it's had 44 views.
Like, first time ever.
Yeah, for the first time in a while. It was filmed by our very own Lisa. She's doing an update at Disney Village. And it's one of the funniest videos on the channel. I have to give credit where credit is due to Lisa. That video is fudging hilarious.
I found her other one funny where she's like, and over there is a wall. And oh, look, another wall.
So, she has suggested to me that her tours of London, which I want to get a group rate on for all of us to go on one, are going to be of that ilk. So, of that dry humour. She's writing scripts and stuff like that to do her tours.
They keep getting me to turn this round.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit
You don't want to get
lonely
copyrighted.
and
Shush. Hush.
I fucking need you all tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
I fucking need you more than ever.
Excuse me.
I didn't say that.
Language.
I didn't say the word.
Mm.
I did not. You guys can go back on the stream. I didn't say the word. I did not say the word.
That's what I've got to deal with.
And look, this is what I got to deal with. Mr. Coaster Journey going, I'll send you pics from Disney Sea. Don't worry. You know, for that, Mr. Coaster Journey, you need to sign up as a member of the channel from 99p a month. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, but he could send you good videos, dude.
Yeah, but he needs to sign up as a member. 99p a month. Emma. She's gone, sing to me, baby.
Please don't. Don't encourage it, Emma.
Hold on.
Don't encourage.
Whoa, hold on. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Turn around. And that's all you're getting until our next members music stream. And you have to be a member from 99p a month. Ollie, member for 11 months, supporter. Is that Ollie showing off that he is a member? Or is that a renewal? I'm not sure. But it's there. You just discovered a £500 super chat option. Well, if you've discovered it, Mr. Journey, you know how to click it. I'm not saying you've got... I mean, if someone were to do that, there would be there'd have to be a new tier. It'd have to be bigger than Uber God. It'd have to be like Giga Chad God. Giga Chad Big Balls Donator. But look at that. Ollie's put a pair of eyes in. That is just the showing off button, isn't it? It's the look at me, I am a member. Because he has been a member for that long. 99p a month, Mr. Coaster Journey. Come on. Don't get stingy on me. I mean, we only get 60p out of that. 60p. Oh, my eyes twitching. Himeji Castle is rising. What do you mean, soon?
I keep hitting my glasses on the mic stand.
He's going to keep us hanging, isn't he? Japan flights to pay for. It's 99 pence. It's not even a quid. It's not even a quid.
All those 99p's add up.
One a month.
Exactly.
It's nothing on a Japan flight, is it? There's some information in the top corner there.
I know. I'm trying to.
Gonna read it to them.
Too much glare.
We pick it up. Just pick it up.
No, I'm trying to do this bit first.
That's £11. Exactly right, Ollie. Everybody, shame Mr. Journey.
You're very loud in my ear.
Sorry, but you all need to shame him right now. Shame him.
Honestly, wish Ben had like one of those volume buttons.
Ollie said, if you can afford a flight to Japan, you can afford £1 a month. Mr. Journey says, I know, Ollie, just having a wind up now. I mean, there is one person that's on the $7.99 a month option. So, yeah, just one. And it's just there as a choice. It's nobody has to go on it. It's an option. It's an option. No, Tiana's not a member at all because she can't be because she's not 18. But like we could try and gift her a membership, but the problem with gifting memberships, anyone can do it. So anyone in the chat right now can gift the memberships, but you can't choose who you gift that membership to. So like you can gift a bunch of memberships and they'll just go to random subscribers. So Tiana might end up with one. She might not. It's as simple as that. I think it's a pretty crappy way of doing things. Got a little novel you're working on. What? Jesse says, shame on you, Coaster Journey. Oh dear.
Poor Coaster Journey.
I love him, really. I do.
Might be a her.
Oh, it's a him.
Damn it.
We'll go with that. Oh, Stewie, got a little novel you're working on? Yeah, have you? He says, I see how it is. Well, Mr. Journey, how many times do I get you, by way of me being Crip, discounted attraction tickets?
Oh, God. Don't let him play you, mate.
I'm just saying.
Nah, he offers.
I do offer.
Well, then you can't then, use that.
I can.
You can't.
I mean, I
You
can.
bleeding can't.
He says very true, see?
No.
Yep, see, I win. I absolutely win. Blackmail.
That is finest.
Jesse says, Coaster, we shun the non-believers here. Either spend your quid or we'll bully you into submission.
Bleeding Nora. Can I just say I'm not involved?
Okay, we'll stop now. We'll stop now. Submission was a very painful ride. You're correct there, Mr. Journey. It was, for those of you who don't know what submission was, it was a ride at Alton Towers. It was down in the X sector by Oblivion. And so there were two of them, and there were sort of these gondolas that sat on arms. And as they rotated round, they rolled, but the over-the-shoulder restraints on them were so rigid, solid, and hard that when it held you completely upside down, you just fell into these damn restraints. And oh my God. At that point, my shoulders weren't prone to popping out their sockets, but they are now. And if I went on that now, I'd probably come down with an arm out. It was that painful. Terrible ride. Though, looking at Toxicator, the brand new Huss top spin that they've got at Alton Towers for this year, I'm not so sure that's going to be painless. I'm not so sure. Ollie says he thought he was going to die on that. Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. I really don't doubt it. Talakan. So, but is Talakan comfortable? So Talakan, for those who don't know, is a Huss top spin at Phantasialand in Germany, and it's basically we're getting a clone of that at Alton Towers, except they're sticking it up on a building. Well, I don't know if you call it a building. It's like a concrete tunnel they've built to walk under, so that they can claim some nebulous record of the world's highest top spin. They built a concrete platform to put it on. I mean, nobody's ever thought about having the record of the world's tallest top spin. But Alton Towers, you know what they're like. They have to have some kind of record or some kind of world's first. So they take a regular flat ride like a freaking Huss top spin. They're like, yeah, stick it on a building. Yeah, we can market that. Stick it on a building.
Yeah, but they've got height restrictions.
Do you know what, Mr. Journey? I completely agree with you. I think Merlin's completely gone after this year. I think they're going to disband. What will be of our annual passes, I don't know, because I think their parks are going to be broken up and sold off. They're in trouble. They're in real financial dire straits right now. And the fact that they're investing tens of millions of pounds into Chessington World of Adventures right now, closing down areas in order to renovate and build things like Minecraft, really does concern me. You'll message me when the stream ends. I thought that... I think this is the case. I really do. Because I'm looking at things that they're doing this year, like no entertainment across the entire company. The entertainment has all gone. Though I've heard that in order to mitigate that, actually events like Scarefest at Alton Towers are going to go balls to the wall all out.
That's what I said. I was like, well, surely they're still going to do like Halloween events.
But apparently they're going to go balls to the wall. However, it might be because it's a final hurrah. Because I do think Merlin's done. You know, I believe they're the second largest theme park operator in the world by numbers, next to only Disney. And yet, they've screwed the pooch. Absolutely screwed the pooch on their business. And I think it's because they build mediocre to shit parks and rides. And people realise quite quickly they're mediocre to shit parks and rides. And unless you've got like a Merlin annual pass, they don't go back. So they've currently got no CEO and they're bankrupt. Now, what I think will happen is, because are they registered in the United States? I believe they are. And I believe they trade on the stock market, do they not? So, unless they've gone private again, I'm not sure. But I believe they'll file for bankruptcy protection. But that's why they're doing things like cutting down the entertainment's budget. Now, it's like Cineworld, for example. Cineworld is bankrupt. They file for bankruptcy protection. They're having to downscale their business, downsize the amount of venues they've got. And but the business is allowed to roll on because they have bankruptcy protection. And I believe Merlin will probably do or have done the same thing. But it's a bad situation. I mean, the Huss top spin at Alton Towers, it's not gonna save them. It's not. And with Universal Studios Great Britain very much on its way in, the competition against Merlin is going to be extreme. And what are they going to do? Because they're not going to pay out the millions of pounds required per ride for world-class theming elements. They're not going to do it. So what are they going to do? It's an interesting one. You wouldn't be surprised if Minecraft doesn't happen. I think Minecraft is locked in, mate. I think the deal is done, the money is spent. I think that's locked in. Because the difference between that and the one that obviously got cancelled, Project Horizon at Alton Towers, which was obviously the Minecraft coaster that they just purchased and moved to Chessington. They can try and say it wasn't all they like. It was. But I think that the hardware's purchased. I think that the deal is signed for the license with Minecraft. Well, it is signed. So I think they're locked into that. They're contracted to it. It's an agreement. I think it's happening. But will it be to the standard that is required? Well, that's the question, isn't it? That's the $1 million question, or the $10 million question, as the case may be. And I think we already know the answer to this, because where is it? One of the Italian parks. They built Jumanji the ride. Not the Jumanji at Chessington World of Adventures. The one that's called like Jumanji the Adventure, or Jumanji the ride. Which is one of the world's greatest ride systems, built by Oceaneering International. The same company that built the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man and Transformers the Ride. This ride system is absolutely world class. It is mind-blowing. And instead of utilizing that to its full advantage, the theming in the building that they're running these ride cars through is terrible. It's dreadful. I mean, I have cried out as a theme park fanatic for that ride system to be placed into a UK theme park. And I think we're finally going to get it with Universal Studios Great Britain, by the way. I reckon I would put money on seeing that ride system come to our park in one way or another. It won't be the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man because Universal won't have the license to build that here. But it could be Transformers the Ride 3D. It could very well be Transformers the Ride 3D. But Merlin actually took the plunge and bought that world-class, technologically advanced ride system and fucked it up.
Language.
I'm sorry, but that's all you can say. That is all you can say. This is why we're called Real Review UK. Because we don't polish a turd here. We do not polish a turd. And we will say something and this is why the theme parks don't really stay in contact with us very much. Because despite the fact that we would accept press access and tickets like that, but we wouldn't accept it on the proviso that we'd be nice about the place. Because if something's terrible and they've done something that's really bad, we want the freedom to be able to tell that. There are so many channels in this sphere, babe, that take their free access, take their free tickets to all of these events all over the UK, and they say, oh, it's brilliant, it's lovely, it's fantastic, it's amazing, and they never talk about the negatives. And that's what I like to call the access media. And what that means is they are granted access in order for nice opinions. We want the access, absolutely, but we want real opinions. And good night, Emma. I hope you have a good physio session. Hope it's not too hard on you. It's like with this Lego, right? We spent all of our money on these, like our own money on these Lego sets. We don't get sent free Lego sets. We have no partnership with the Lego company. We have built on this stream hundreds, if not thousands of pounds worth of Lego. We don't make anywhere near that on this channel. This is all out of pocket. Would we take sets to build and review from the Lego group? Absolutely. But from what I understand, you have to play nice. And I've got no problem playing nice with these companies.
Except Dobby.
Well, this is the point. Like if the Lego group sent us Dobby and they said, well, you can have it for free, you can build it on stream, but only if you sing its praises.
There's nothing to sing with that one.
But the point is, it's like the Disneyland Paris Inside Ears program. Me and Lisa were the only two people in that program that kind of got away with being negative. Nobody else got away with it. And the only reason we got away with it is because we could, I'm going to say it, played a disabled card. Otherwise, the way we didn't get away with it is that we didn't get the free holidays that everybody else on the program got. We didn't get the photographs on Castle Hill. We didn't get given all the free merch to model for all of these things. Because we wouldn't bend the knee to Disney and say everything was amazing when it wasn't. But they didn't kick us out the program because they couldn't. Whereas anybody else who was speaking the way we were just got booted from the program. They did eventually boot us from the program without telling us. And they did that because other members of the Inside Ears program made numerous complaints about the fact that I wasn't covering my face in supermarkets. And Disney was like, oh, don't want to be associated with that. Pathetic, really, isn't it? So once again, when we go to Disney, It's all our own money. When we go to, unless, like, for example, when YouTube took me to the Game Awards for that watch party in that private club in London and paid for that 5-star hotel, we'll absolutely disclose when someone provides something. But we will never accept a provision for an opinion. And that's our promise to you. Are you enjoying this build?
Yeah.
It's starting to look really cool, actually. It's gaining some height.
I will say, I don't know how people manage to wear those face masks. I tried once, and I'm heavily asthmatic, unfortunately.
You didn't have to wear them.
I could not breathe in it. Yeah, I know, but I was like, okay, you know, I'll try and wear one, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, 2 minutes. I was down at the hospital with my friend. She was getting a minor surgery done.
Yeah.
And they tried kicking me out for not wearing one. And I said, but I'm exempt. And they were like, well, put on this face shield then. And I was like,
No.
no. And they were like, oh, you got to get out then. And I just sat there and I was like, I'm not getting out. And they called security and everything. The security guy was like, oh, you don't actually have to leave.
No.
Because I was exempt.
No.
I even got out my inhalers and I was like, look, I am exempt.
It's the same with my optician. 2 opticians, well, an optician and an assistant manager ended up getting sacked.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't even come to that. Like, you know, and then they
No.
were like, well, where's your lanyard? And I'm like, why do I have to prove something to you?
See, the assistant manager and of the shop and the actual optician got the sack by their area manager. She phoned me up and told me they have learned
Well, that was terrible, wasn't it? Because they actually called the security
and the police.
and the police, yeah.
And then they breached data protection by giving my details to the police, which they legally couldn't do.
And then Ben was removed. And they called him up and they were like, oh, we're so sorry, please come back. And Ben was like, pfft.
No. And she told me straight, they've learned the hardest lesson they're going to learn because they both no longer have jobs. But it's like...
Which is sad. But
it is sad.
You got these power hungry... I remember I was at Asda waiting to go into the shop in a queue, as usual.
Yep.
And I was by myself.
I never queued to go in a shop.
And I was by myself because you weren't allowed to take family into the shop with you. So Ben was at home with the kids. And I had to run in to get some shopping. And this mum and daughter...
Sit.
And the daughter was very
Sit.
heavily special needs. Like you could see. And they went up and the security guard went, only one of you are allowed in. And she was like, well, you know, my daughter's very heavily special needs. Like I can't leave her outside. And he was just like, well, that's tough, isn't it? And he literally threatened to call the police on them and everything and wouldn't allow them in the shop. And I was just standing there absolutely flabbergasted going,
During the
what
years,
has this world come to?
during the years of 2020 to 2023, a lot of people showed their true authoritarian colours. They absolutely did. And they're not good people. I mean, even when we were at Disney, Ollie managed... Don't know how he managed it, right? Because for the first few days, Ollie wore a face mask. Because when I went to France, when I went on planes, when I went anywhere, I didn't, right? But even at Disney, did not. And they would give you a wristband. And in fact, the staff members used to call it the bracelet of power when they saw it on our wrist. They'd give you a wristband saying you didn't need to wear one, right? But I think we got like 3 or 4 days into the Disney trip and Ollie was like, sod this. And I didn't see him that morning until he appeared without a face mask on with a bracelet on. He's like, I got one too.
What got me was one of your videos where the Frenchman is
The
like,
COVID is over there.
The COVID is over there. The COVID is over there. And they had like sectioned off a part of...
It was an outdoor statue.
It was, yeah, and so they're like, why is that like boarded up? And he's like, the COVID is over there.
Because me and Ollie basically, we wanted to go take a photograph. We wanted to go take a photograph. It was the Mickey floral. It wasn't a statue. So in front of Disneyland Park, they got this big flower bed that makes up Mickey Mouse, right? And we wanted to go take a picture in front of it. And we're like, can we just go over there and take a picture? And they were like, no, you cannot. And we were like, why? And they were like, the COVID is over there. And Ollie's reaction is just like, the COVID is over there? it's over there.
You've literally got
this
that
is
as
outdoors,
well, like...
by the way. We've got this on video.
You got that on video, and
somewhere.
It just makes me laugh all the time.
The COVID is over there.
The COVID is over there. And he's like, the COVID is over there? Like, what?
It was funny.
And you've contained it?
Yes, the Mickey Mouse statue is now the container for the COVID. I agree, Julie. But do you know what this is? But this was people's mentality. But they were true believers.
It was very worrying the amount of power power mad people that came about.
Ollie, it
in those
was
times.
mind blowing, wasn't it? It was absolutely mind blowing.
I mean, down by us, we had 2 women that were walking their dogs.
Oh,
and
they were arrested, weren't they?
arrested for walking their dogs.
Arrested for walking their dogs.
I mean, it's just mind blowing, really. It really. I mean, we were quite fortunate because Dexter, obviously being autistic, we were then allowed because we had a vulnerable child. I was allowed.
Allowed.
Yeah, we were allowed
Allowed.
more than an hour outside the house, you know, for our exercise.
Everyone was allowed more than an hour. There was no hour time limit. They just made that up.
Well, whatever. But we were allowed to actually go because do you remember you got stopped by the police coming back with shopping? They're like, "Where have you been?"
I was like, clearly I've been to Asda. Can you see all the
Because
Asda
you were
bags?
only allowed to go to the shops for essential items. Remember? So me and I used to take the kids out quite a lot actually during that time, and we'd go down the beach and stuff, and it was just us on the whole beach, just us.
Well,
And we'd build sandcastles and everything.
that's nice in one respect, but
Yeah.
in another respect, that's really, really, really sad.
It was really sad, and it was really eerie.
Are we going for bag 10?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, we haven't actually been. We've been on for an hour and 40, so
But
I'd say yeah.
We went down. It was so eerie going down onto a beach, and it was just us.
Yeah, it was, and also in the same breath, like, I never. A lot of people know me, and they know that when I'm told to do something, I generally do the opposite. Right? That's
That is Ben.
That's my anti-authoritarian
Literally, if I
autism.
say Ben, get your hair cut, he's like, "Oh, that's it. It's gonna be 6 months now,"
And it is going to be 6 months.
and I'm like,
Right, and that's the, like I say, that's the anti-authoritarianism built into me, and that's my autistic stubbornness.
"That's just it's
Right.
so annoying."
So,
I don't like to rock the apple cart as such. I'm sort of like, okay. I'll tell you one funny story though. It was my birthday during lockdown. My birthday's in April, right? So it literally just gone into lockdown. It's my birthday, and it was my 30th birthday. And
It was.
my friend, yeah,
it
sucks.
was.
And my friend, it was so funny. So she sends me a message. She's like, "I'm coming round. I've got some presents. I'm just going to dump them on your doorstep and bugger off again." And I'm like, okay. And she lives in the town over from us. So I'm looking out my window and I've seen her pull up and she's literally got out. She looks like a burglar, right? And she's looking both ways down the street like that. And she's got a black sack, right? It's like Father Christmas had turned up. She's got a black sack on her back and she's looking down the road like this. She's run across, dumped it on my front doorstep, looked both ways again and ran back to the car. And I'm just looking out the window, absolutely in hysterics, right? And then I've got a text come through that's gone, "Presents are on the doorstep." And I said, "Yeah, I know, I'm looking at you right now." Like, and even now I still take the mick out of her for it.
Do you know what? I do. That same friend, right? So I'm disabled. I'm vulnerable. I was in a vulnerable category, apparently. That same friend, her husband, her daughter, and her daughter's boyfriend, right? We're all very sick. And I went down there and they asked me to do the swabs in their nose, right?
Oh, that's because we had some tests, didn't we?
Yeah, because my friend who works in the hospital gave me a box to play with fizzy drinks on.
Yeah.
Not just works in the hospital, works in the executive suite of the hospital as well. That was an interesting one. But she gave me a big box of them to play with fizzy drinks on. A lot of people will remember. Every time I put a fizzy drink on, it came up with a positive result, by the way.
Yeah.
Every single time. But
We were telling people to get out of work, weren't we?
yeah, we were showing people how to get... You want to get out of work? Just drop some Sprite on that, mate. Drop some Sprite on that.
Bit of colour on it.
Anyway, all of them with their nosy swabbies came back positive. Now, they were all very symptomatic. They were very ill. They were coughing. They were spluttering. All over me. Right? Because I'm in the house with them. And I went up to Tesco's. I got them all some Lemsip. I got them all some, like, ibuprofen and things like that. And I went back in the house with them. And they were all coughing and spluttering. I'd literally pretty much had my finger in their noses. Right? Did I get sick, babe?
No.
Are you sure that's meant to overhang?
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like
I'll
it
figure it out
Yeah,
in
it
a
looks
minute.
like it does. Yeah, I know you did, Jesse. I know you did. You liked our experiment because Jesse was my co-host at the time we were doing those experiments, and
I got really annoyed one time because they told me I had to take the kids. Ben was away, and I'd come down with
I was in France.
COVID symptoms, and they said, "Oh, you got to go to the test centre." Blah blah blah. And there was one across the road from me, so I had to take the kids, and they were only little at the time. Like my daughter was what, 4?
Didn't you come up negative anyway?
Yeah, it did. Turned out I had a chest infection. Anyway, and they said, "Oh, you got to leave your kids outside." I looked at them. I'm like, "Are you?"
One of them's a buggy, for fuck's sake.
I'm like, one of them's a 4-year-old, and the other one is like 6 with autism. Are you serious right now? And there was no way on God's earth I was leaving my children outside. Oh no, that's the policy. I said, well, you can stick your policy up your arse. I said, if you want me to get tested, I said, then my kids are coming in with me, aren't they? And my God, they made my kids stand at like one side of the room and everything.
I mean,
which was ridiculous because like they were.
I will say this, and this is also a true fact. Every test centre in the southeast had a picture of me up in their office.
Yeah, they hated Ben.
They had a picture of me up in their office.
Every time he turned up, they'd be like, "Oh crap, it's him."
It's him again. Remember, I turned up on Halloween to the one in Bexhill dressed as Where's Wally?
Yes, you did.
I did, and I stood on a big
speakerphone
because the one in Bexhill was down in a pit, and there was a giant plinth that you could stand on and look down over them. So
it was a bit silly, really, wasn't it?
So I just stood up on this giant plinth in a full Where's Wally costume and started talking down to him with a megaphone.
I hated you.
They hated me. They literally had a picture of me on every Southeast test centre in the office. If this man turns up, lock it down.
We turned up once to the Bognor Regis one, didn't we? Because we were literally...
They got us quick there, didn't they?
We were literally on our way back from Butlins and we passed the test centre and we were like, oh, screw it, let's just pop in there. So we did. And straight away they were like, we know who you are.
We know who you are. Turn around, leave.
And we were like, oh. That kind of balls that up.
They got us very quick there.
Very quick, yeah.
It was within minutes.
They must have known.
I was a scourge in their side.
You were a thorn in their side, man.
I had so much fun doing it as well.
Yeah, and you always turned up with that friggin' megaphone. I hate that megaphone with a passion.
You threw it away?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Look, if we ever end up in a situation like that, I'm ordering a better one. Look, I'm an entertainer at the end of the day, right? I have my beliefs. I have.
Oh, it was terrible, Tiana. Terrible.
It was amazing.
Oh,
it was so much fun. Jesse saying it was so funny, and that's the thing, right? Whilst I was obviously, I wanted to show that I have to kind of still be careful with my words on this platform, but with those places, there was nobody at them every time I went, right? They were always empty, and yet you'd see these numbers coming out on a daily basis saying like this many millions of people had been to one. And every time I turned up, I was like, where are they?
No, the saying was, where are all the sick people?
Can't say that on YouTube.
Sorry.
No, literally, that is one that the algorithm will pick up.
That's so stupid.
Anytime I said it, a video got flagged by the system.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Well, anyway, that was the saying back then.
And,
oh gosh. There was even that guy in America, weren't there, that was going around.
Ah, yes, good for
He was so funny.
We ended up being very good friends, actually, me and him.
Can I just say though, on a sad note,
his name was Richard.
That the amount of children that lost out on education during
Tiana's
that time,
one of them.
Is disgusting.
Tiana's one of them. We failed an entire generation of children,
Yeah.
our own children included.
And then they were thrown back in and just told to pick up where they left off, basically.
And the absolute cheek of these schools to say, we can close the school down for a year, we can close the school down for 18 months, right? And tell you your children can't come in. But if you take them on holiday for 2 weeks, we're going to fine you. The absolute cheek that they think they can do that. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And it's so hypocritical. And I think it wouldn't stand the test of the courts these days because of what they did. I don't think it would. Because if they can just decide your children can't come in. And the thing is, our school was not providing our children home learning. They were not providing online classes. They were not providing things to come home with. They were just saying, get on with it. And so a lot of the schools were actually just lying to parents and saying, oh yeah, we're going to provide all this home learning. They didn't. They didn't provide freaking squat.
Well, not to Dexter, they didn't.
Jesse says Elena is behind roughly 2 years because of it all. She's having to work harder to catch up, but everyone is the same. Yeah,
It's disgusting.
it's a generation of forgotten children, is what it is.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I mean, there are so many children that, thanks to the coverings,
We were quite lucky because, like, our kids are young. Lila hadn't even started school yet. Dexter was in year 1. So we were quite lucky. And then they took Dexter back in. But they didn't actually learn whilst he was in.
I mean, look at people like Lisa. She was self-employed. She was doing tours. She was starting to do well. She was starting to get groups. And her business collapsed. Absolutely collapsed. And not only did her business collapse,
Oh, yeah, the amount of
the
businesses
government
that went
gave her
under.
no support. Nothing. It's just what was done to people in the name of public health. I think was unconscionable. What was done to children was unconscionable. Tiana says, so basically year 7 lockdown, year 8 lockdown, a new building year 9 only for year 10 asbestos, which we were off for months, and year 11 GCSE had a terrible experience with high school. I'm really sorry
See, that is
that
just,
happened to you.
That is just awful.
And do you know what?
It's a letdown.
I never denied the existence of this thing, right? Yet I was called a denier. I never said that any medical interventions for this thing were some kind of conspiracy, yet I was called a conspiracy theorist. I never said that people should be forced to go out into the community. All I said was people should have a choice. And yet for that, I have a stalker.
I had a friend who worked in a care home.
Jesse worked in care homes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the horror stories from that time as well, because we're not just talking about children, guys. Like everything got let down.
You know what? I got mocked for trying to stick up to the elderly a lot.
You had these elderly people who were dying, being left.
But they were also being forced to look at their elders either on, their children, grandchildren, whatever, or either on an iPad or through a window.
Yeah.
How demeaning is that?
Yeah, if your loved one was in hospital, you can go and see them. Oh,
No, I will say this. In that time, I nearly went off the rails, first and foremost. I nearly had a full mental breakdown because I couldn't understand it. And also, I mean, my GP called me once and he actually said, this is the exact scenario I never wanted you to be in because of things that happened to me with my ex and stuff like that. And, you know, CPTSD. He said, I'm just calling you to make sure you haven't thrown yourself off a car park, were his exact words.
Not yet.
So, but it's thanks to people like Lisa and Jesse and Ollie and Chrissy that I didn't go fully off the rails. But I will say this.
It had nothing to do with me, guys.
My beliefs have never changed. I'm steadfast in those beliefs. I believe that there is/was SARS-CoV-2, a virus that causes a pretty freaking nasty cold in most people. And I also believe that we shouldn't have destroyed the economy, children's futures, old people's last moments without choice in the name of it. What I believe. And for once, you know, for advocating that, for people to just have a free choice to do whatever they felt was necessary and safe for them, we were called pariahs. And do you know what? Time has been kind to us because everything that I believed has been proved right. Everything I believed has been proved right. The interventions were never necessary. But time is a fickle thing. And hindsight is a bitch. And hindsight doesn't get people like Tiana, our children, those old people, that time back. Mistakes were made. and that's all they'll say. And they'll
No,
and they,
that's
being
their excuse.
the powers that be that made these decisions on our behalf without our consent, will get away with it. But we weren't to know. We panicked. We worried. We thought we were doing what's best. Anyway, we need to move on and talk about something a bit more upbeat.
Okay.
Julie, we may have to agree to disagree there, okay? But that's fine, because people, you know me, I'm a very big freedom of choice, freedom of speech guy. And if that's what people believe, who am I to say that they're wrong? I can say I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to mock people or have a go at people for that belief at all. I think I've been very clear and very fair about that this whole time. And I hope that's why people stuck around, really. Because, yes, I'm bombastic. Yes, I'm over the top. Yes, I like to entertain people. But I like to think that I'm somewhat coherent. You can say I don't have common sense all you like, but...
I do say that.
You know, your school is coming up with ridiculous fucked up rules like suspending people for being late after one warning. That is ridiculous and fucked up. And do you know what, Tiana? I think it's also a testament to back what we were talking about with the GPs earlier. I think they like not having to do so much. I think they like not having to teach so many children. Oh, we can kick these little shits out for doing the littlest thing. We will. It's sad, but it's true. It is sad, but it's true. I mean, I will say this. The education unions, the school unions, were some of the biggest drivers behind closing the schools. You would have thought that the education unions would have stuck up for the rights of children's educations. No, they were the ones that wanted them closed. And they were the biggest drivers of it. And I think that they're actually responsible for it. Not just the biggest drivers. I think they're responsible.
Especially since, as well, that children weren't, high at risk.
And they never were. Do you know what?
It struck the vulnerable, and, like the flu does. It strikes the vulnerable. You've already got a health issue. It's going to strike you. And it's the sad truth of life, unfortunately. And that's why the flu kills off so many elderly and already sick people, But children should have been allowed to continue their school. They weren't at risk.
The question is, though, people, and it's just a question. It's a nebulous question, I know, and it could even be a rhetorical question. But to you, what's more important, safety or freedom? What's more important, safety, or should I say, perceived safety or freedom? Because Dexter just said both. But I think if you've got to trade, if you've got to trade freedom for perceived safety, that's not a deal I think is worth taking. However, if you need to trade perceived safety for freedom, well, then that freedom means that you can choose to go into the perceived safety, if you so wish. Jesse says, I let Elena stay off school the day after they sent her home with a migraine. They threatened with a fine if we didn't get a doctor's note. Luckily, the doctor wrote one immediately. She couldn't even walk. And this is the hypocrisy to which I was speaking of earlier. They can close your kids out, our kids out, for over a year with no real reason behind it. And yet, if you take them out for 2 days, if you take them on a holiday for 2 weeks, you face a fine and a criminal prosecution.
Or even there, like she said, it's not even a holiday. It's freaking ill. She's ill.
Yeah. I mean, it just beggars belief. It beggars belief. However, back to Himeji Castle.
I mean, I've got to take the kids. The kids have got to come out of school early at the end of the month for the dentist, because it's literally the only dentist appointment they had.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be like 15 minutes early, But I still, she said, "Oh, do you need an email so you can show the school?" I mean, how did you know?
I mean, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Well, because that's what they're like. And there's a friggin' thingy. Where do you go?
Where does what go? Have you missed a piece? You've missed a piece.
But where?
But where? really sorry to hear that, Tiana.
Oh,
However,
glasses.
if this coming to this little show, these little streams, we've actually pretty much going to run out of Lego here. So get super chatting, people. But if these streams help take your mind off it, then we're happy to be a part of that. Jessie says they've sent her home loads, but if we keep her off threats, you know what? If it's our school's policy, our kids' school's policy, that if a child throws up, then they have to stay off for 3 days. They have to stay off for 3 days. Yet, and we can't bring them back, even if they're completely well. We cannot bring them back. But if we were to take them off for 3 hours, we need a letter why. You need to show us why.
No, what gets me as well, though, is like they go, oh, they're fine to come in with a cough or a cold and all that. So I send them in with a cough and a cold.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tiana.
And then I get a phone call all the time being like, your kid's got a cold, you need to come and get them. And I'm like,
No.
but you said that they could go to school. You told me that they should go to school. How many times I'm down that school?
And when it comes to a cold, we do say no.
It's just unreal, though. Oh yeah, my kid's coming down with colds at the moment, you know, and I'm just like,
I think we're all coming down with a cold.
never mind. Well, I actually told Dexter not to come near me because I've just gotten over that horrible cold. And
I think that was just the flu.
And I'm like, I don't want that again.
I think that was just the flu.
Well,
You spent days asleep.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was not a cold. That was just the flu. What have you done?
I don't know. I'm giving up in life.
You've done something wrong again, haven't you?
No.
Almost definitely. Well, you know what? I know that the audience here is small, but in the same breath, I think that every person that comes to this stream is very much valued, loved, and I hope that you guys love each other. And
Thank you. I do love myself, yeah.
they love me. So,
Right.
are you doing another one?
That is number 10 done.
If you do another one,
I'm sweating.
then
Like sweaty.
we could bang out the rest of it tomorrow night on Valentine's Day.
Hey? That's 17, you know.
Yeah, but if we do 11, then that'll be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That'll be another 6 to do. It depends. It's entirely up to you. I mean, we could end it now and we could go for another 2 streams.
Don't touch the Lego.
Don't tell me what to do. This is my setup.
Don't touch
But
the Lego.
let's
No.
look how cool this is getting. It's getting some height to it as well. What we'll do is, if we put the big camera up,
It's like a temple.
you can hold it up to them. Hold it up for them. Jessie loves you more. I thought that might be the case. Right.
Yeah. It's like holding up a cake.
It is. It's seriously getting some height.
Yeah, I mean, look at those little buildings. Like, aww. They so cute.
So what I would suggest, is we do bring it down now, and then we can come back tomorrow night and do like 4
It's very
slowly,
heavy.
and then we can come back the following night and do Saturday night and do 3 and the final 2 brickheads. But once that is all done, we are out of Lego, which means on Tuesday we'll have to buy a new set.
Ooh.
If we can afford it. And if I'm going to stream between Saturday and Tuesday, so Sunday and Monday, I'm thinking about going back to Hogwarts Legacy to do some of the bonus content. I mean, you can sit in this chair. You can be in the hot seat.
I mean, would people want me in the seat, you know?
Yeah, but we'd also have to get a headphone splitter because you need to be able to hear the game.
Mm.
And that's fine. It cost me like £2.
I don't want to do the game.
I think Tiana wants us to go back to Hogwarts.
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
I'd rather play Mario Kart.
So you want to play Mario Kart on the Switch?
Mario Kart.
I'll let you play Mario Kart on the Switch on stream on one condition. We set up the wheel. And we put the camera.
Ooh.
Because for those of you who've been watching this show, Ed the Gimpy Ninja, we've been well. How are you? Nice to see you on the vertical stream there. We've been talking to the horizontal stream. Sorry, buddy. Your stream is up here in the sky. So I'm only glancing at it.
In the sky.
Every now and again. What do you mean, do you have permission? Of course you can play with us.
No.
Not in that
Not
way.
Sebastian.
Not yeah. Of course. You can play games with us. It's good to see you, Ed the Gimpy Ninja. Like I said, most people are over on the horizontal stream.
I haven't actually tried the wheel yet.
No, you haven't tried the wheel.
No.
I was going to say, for those of you who have watched the channel for a while, me and Chrissy did a series in an arcade on the pier where we tried to win the top prize with the tickets. It was 20,000 tickets. It was a Nintendo Switch Mario Kart wheel. And we did it, didn't we?
I mean, you did.
You can go get it. Show me.
You did.
Go and get it.
Oh, that means I go get it.
It's right there. I can see it. I can't get past you. There's a green screen behind me stuck down on the roller, so I can't move my chair back. You're working on Lego Voltron, are you, Ed the Gimpy Ninja? That sounds awesome, actually. I'm guessing you build it one vehicle at a time and then click it all together.
Coming back.
Okay, we could do one night of Mario Kart and one night of Hogwarts until Tuesday, and then we've got to find a set to buy.
I'm coming back, guys.
But here it is.
I'm back.
Here it is.
A little bit. Ooh.
It's still got the 20,000 ticket sticker on it.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah, it's still got the 20,000 ticket sticker on
Oh,
it.
you know, because it's...
So
That is
I think it's got pedals on it in it as well.
my leg.
It's not just a wheel. I think there's pedals in there.
I think it's pedals.
Yeah, there are pedals.
Yeah.
And it's an official Nintendo Switch thing.
Looks like this.
So for those who have been waiting, because I know like Shalini, I haven't seen her in a while,
Isn't that awesome?
but I know that Shalini and Vaughan have been waiting for Chrissy to try this wheel out. So I think
We'd
Saturday...
have to send Vaughan a message, though, to be like, yo, Chrissy is getting out the Mario Kart wheel.
Right, Saturday night, we'll go on Switch. Also, from Wednesday, you got to take the dog out, have you, Ed the Gimpy Ninja? Enjoy your dog walk. So from
Do you want to take my dog out as well?
From Wednesday, the internet connection here might be a little bit patchy because it'll be finding its feet because our internet provider. So we're already on an extremely fast internet connection. We're on one gigabyte a second, which is very fast. They called me up and they said, well, you can continue. You're at the end of your contract. You can continue at your current speed for the same price that you're paying, or you can pay an extra £3 a month. You can go from 1 gigabyte a second to 2.5 gigabytes a second, or gigabits per second. And we'll completely change out all of your equipment. We'll give you brand new routers, brand new modems to handle the much higher speeds. So I said, yeah, let's do that.
There's bear shit in the woods.
I said, let's do that. So they're coming round on Wednesday to change out all the equipment and put in brand new higher speed internet. So hopefully, not only will this, streams be a bit more solid once it finds its feet, but we might even, like with the vertical stream, we have to stream the vertical at 720. So I'm hoping with the faster speed, we'll be able to stream it at 1080 and we might even be able to stream this out at 4K, which would be wonderful.
Let's not make any promises.
We're not making any promises, but hopefully things will be looking
so Friday and Saturday
better.
will be this.
Yeah, we'll finish Himeji Castle and we'll do Dumbo and we'll do Eeyore.
Yeah.
I'm doing Dumbo.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. And then I guess we'll go
Sunday, Monday, one night Hogwarts, one night Mario Kart. So what?
Tuesday is Dexter's birthday.
It is, but we'll also be buying ourselves a Lego set. But I don't know what yet. Because at some point in the next week, this month's money from YouTube will come in and it will be enough to offset buying a Lego set. I think YouTube, we made like In January, we made, I think, £109. So that should 20 of that goes towards an annual pass.
Yeah, but it kind of depends on what sets are out, actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a set just for the sake of building a set.
No.
I only like to get sets that I actually like.
And you know, we could just do a show or two where we sit like this and we talk to people.
Dobby was crap.
Dobby was shite.
Even though you built them, I really like the Fortnite ones.
Yeah, they're up above me on a purpose-built shelf.
And I think there
above
are
my
new
head.
ones coming of those.
There is a new wave coming in June,
Ooh, I'm attached to you. Thank you.
including a much bigger set.
Yeah, and then I think
There's a
we've got to
mech.
look at sets that are coming that we want to sort of prioritise, really. Because they are very, very expensive, Lego.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but
Yes,
the chat.
Dobby is at the top of our shelf,
Yeah, he's
overlooking our bed, and he's staring at me right now.
He is. I can
so,
see him. Mr. Potter, Mr. Potter.
But we are running out of space as well. All of my shelves downstairs. I was saying to Ben, God, I'm going to have to start going up the stairs at this rate.
I want the Disney 100 Disney Castle.
No, I don't.
I do.
Ben wants it.
I do.
But
It's a bigger version of the Disney Castle.
we've
that
got the
already
Disney
got.
Castle.
Yeah, but this is a new version. Different colours, bigger,
I do
different figures.
Do you know what I do like? I do like some of the new streets. We used
Modular
to, Yeah, we
buildings.
used to collect the modular buildings, and some of them that have come out recently are really
Isn't there a
nice.
coffee shop? I believe there's a coffee shop.
I think there's like one's a museum and stuff.
You
like
can
that.
do so good Harry Potter impressions. You need to show you a video. You send us a video. You know where to send the videos to. Just send them to me on TikTok, and I will absolutely watch
It's
them.
like that Hagrid and Harry set.
Oh
with the
my God, they are
faces. Like, that is
terrifying.
creepy. I don't know how they made Dobby.
I'll tell
so
you what set
creepy.
I want, and I think this month's YouTube money might pay for it. I want Grogu in his flying cot.
Yeah, I told you about. Yeah, because I said you'd like Grogu.
And it's only £80 in Costco.
I call him Baby Yoda.
Yes,
Yeah, it's 90 quid in Argos.
Yeah, but thanks to our Lisa, I have an executive Costco membership.
Yeah, but
Executive.
at the
That is-
same time, though, Argos is like 2-minute walk from our house.
a 2-minute walk for you. And
I'm like, so...
little ride on the mobility scooter for me.
Okay, yeah,
But-
but the point is it's round the corner.
It is.
So- Whereas
I think Tiana agrees.
Costco is like...
Hold on a
ages
sec.
away.
If I do, is
And
it
I think
4?
I've actually got some
Yeah, it is 4.
money on my... What's it called? Nectar card. Oh, gosh, I tell you,
So-
my brain goes fuzzy.
I'm thinking about getting a new annual pass for Disneyland Paris, but
I like Hey Hey.
going on the monthly payment.
Just want to throw it out there.
Right, okay. So if I go... So we're on the Lego website right now, people.
I like Hey
So
Hey.
if I search for Grogu...
Grogu. Yeah, but I've got some nectar points.
Yeah, I know.
So you
but
could get it a little bit cheaper on.
this is the
Argos.
set that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
What do people think of this?
I think it's really cute, especially with him in it. Show the picture of him in it.
Right, so...
Look, oh, look at him! It's his nose that's a bit weird, but it's fine.
So yeah, what do people think of this? Would this be something you'd like to see us build, whilst obviously chatting about life, the universe, and everything? Because if we bought that on Tuesday, I'd be able to reimburse it out of this month's YouTube money.
He is really cute.
So
I also like Hey Hey, which Hey Hey is like...
Costco is a wholesalers essentially, Julie, and you can't shop there unless you have a business. So Lisa's got her tour company, Rebellion Tours. So she gave me, hey, look, his arms move with wheels. So Lisa gave me her second card. Oh, it's really quite big as well.
It is quite big, yeah.
It's not small.
I still call him Baby Yoda, but, you know.
Anybody watching on the vertical stream can't see any of this. But
Oh, yeah. That's true.
hey, look at that. It's just digging on your shelf. I like that. I mean, if we go here and we go new, let's see what's new, shall we? Twilight the Cullen House.
I've seen that.
Oh,
and
Jesus
I love
Christ.
Twilight, but I wouldn't buy that.
Tudor Corner looks
Tudor
amazing.
Corner is really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a nice set.
Dumbo, which we have over there.
I need to get Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. You want Hey Hey.
Yeah, look at Hey
I saw him in Asda the other day.
He's super cute.
We built that one. You built that one the other night.
I built that one the other night, yeah.
We built this Diagon Alley the other night.
Oh, look, Tweety Bird.
I don't like Tweety Bird at all.
He's so cute.
Eeyore we've got over there.
Yeah.
What else have we got that's new? What is that? Love bears.
Yeah, it's Valentine's.
Love bears.
I don't like the love sign either. I think that's crap.
What the hell are
Oh, is that a new series?
Yeah, series 27 of the minifigures.
Wow.
I remember when we were like series 7. Oh, look at this dragon.
I thought you were looking at Lilo and Stitch Beach House. I was like, look at Lilo and Stitch's Beach House.
I'm guessing this Lilo and Stitch Beach House is because the live action movie's coming out.
Look how cute that is.
Yeah, but 80 quid?
I'm not going to lie to you, though. The little scrump is really scary.
Yeah, it is.
That's sketchy, but I like Stitch up in his spaceship.
I agree. That's pretty nice.
Hmm.
What else have we got here? Malfoy Manor. I know Tiana wants that.
Nah.
I'm not going to click on it because I know she wants it. I'm
not a big...
This is what Chrissy was talking about. Look how terrifying
so
the faces are on this.
creepy. Unless it's from that time, you know, when their faces get sucked by the...
look at that.
What are they called?
By the Dementors.
Yeah, then it kind of goes.
Who wants
I don't
that?
think it is that.
Come on now. The Trevi Fountain. You quite like the Trevi Fountain,
I do quite like
you?
the Trevi Fountain, yeah, because I'm big on architecture. I love architecture.
You do?
Yeah.
I've
I've got quite a few architectures.
We'll go do another couple pages before we go back to big camera. What else have we got that's new?
Crap.
The Marvel logo. 90 quid for a Marvel logo.
Yeah. Oh, look at Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's pretty cool.
Oh, he is awesome.
He's pretty cool.
Might have to have him.
I mean, Dexter would like him.
We might have to have him.
DK.
He might be a future purchase.
Hmm.
Sorry, chat, I can't see what you're saying at the moment because you're on the same screen as what we're scrolling through. So anytime I look at it, you guys see your own screen.
Of that is gone.
I have gone. I'm just scrolling through. See, we're... Look, I mean, we're running out of decent things here. A lot of this stuff is just... Oh, I quite like the Lucky Cat, I'm not going to lie. That is quite cute. Heart Lake City apartments and stores. If they weren't mini dolls and they were mini figures, I would actually consider stuff like that. But if they're mini...
Ow, that was right in my ear, doggy.
Tell her to sit.
She wants a cuddle.
So yeah, anyway. We'll,
what ones they've got of
the modulars. Right, let's just check the modular buildings quick. Modular. If we search modular, it'll probably come up with them. So Tudor Corner, Natural History Museum, which is £260, but it's huge.
Yeah, but look at that.
It is huge. I mean, look at the state of this thing. And it's several floors of awesomeness. What else have we got here? Boutique Hotel.
Yeah, the boutique hotel looks good.
This looks very nice. £200 though.
Yeah, they've gone up in price.
Yeah, they very much have, haven't they? 3 floors and a roof. But they're very detailed, these street buildings. What else have we got here? Ninjago City Market, the Botanical Gardens, which is nearly £300. I mean, how many parts is it? It's 3,792
But
parts.
look how many of those is going to be like the little one studs
Yeah, I know.
for the flowers.
I don't think that's worth that. Genuinely, I don't. I've lost my mouse. Got it back. What else have we got here? Jazz Club.
That's cool. They got a lot, haven't they?
Yeah, look at this.
Jazz Club.
Oh, I could go for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I could definitely go for that. Yes, baby.
Mm.
That's beautiful. That's so nice. What else? We've got to the Jazz Club. I don't need to show the Home Alone one.
They're retired.
Yeah, these are retired now.
Yeah.
Anyway, go back to the big camera.
Because we used to have all those.
We did. And you know what? We sold a lot of those so that we could pay for carpets. So that is genuinely the situation we often find ourselves in. So becoming a member from just 99p a month. And obviously super chats and stuff really do help us out. Carl got the lucky cat, did he? So Tiana says, livelihood, I need Malfoy mana. I kind of did creative writing where I put myself in Harry Potter and have a relationship with Lucius Malfoy. That's not healthy. That man is very old.
Whatever floats your boat, Tiana.
I think Julie really wants the Tudor house.
The Tudor house is beautiful.
But she's waiting for it to be reduced.
Will it be reduced? Because I don't think any of those ones usually do get reduced.
So yeah, I think Julie and Carl have a business, so they could get a Costco card.
Our nearest one is about 2 hours away.
It's about an hour and 40-minute drive away. But do you know what? If you're going for a big shop, it's worth doing the drive because they also do discounted fuel, and it is quite a bit cheaper. And so when I get there, I just fill the car up with their nice Costco fuel. And the fuel stations always have such a massive queue because every member there is like, yeah, well, on my way out, I'm going to get myself some cheap petrol. And so, I'm just saying, Tiana, that's not particularly healthy. But we love you regardless, don't we?
Yes. This one needs her injections, apparently.
Yeah.
Her boosters are due.
There are two parts
My
of
poor
you.
thing.
You're not that crazy in real life that way, you think, and the way you act is very different. You know what? We don't care. You just be yourself. You just be yourself. And
I prefer animals.
you know what? I'm actually going to contact the Harry Potter studio tour, see what we can do with the channel. See if we can get some, maybe some quieter access to take some more in-depth video. We can but ask. Maybe the channel's not big enough yet. It probably isn't. But as I said to Chrissy earlier when we were talking about the Minecraft thing, you don't ask, you don't get. Right? And I think we've got quite a unique perspective on things on this channel, especially from the point of view of covering these events and places as disabled folks. So I think YouTube agree with that because they have us as members in their partner program already, and we've got a partner manager, and I'm going back to class with YouTube next week, aren't I? Back to class with YouTube next week. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, they've been very, very good to us. And so whilst censorship is a thing, and it's a thing that I don't agree with, as people know, I can't fault how they've treated the channel. I really can't. They've taken us to events, they've met us in person, they've put us up in 5-star hotel, and they see potential in the channel. So I hope you guys do too. So on that note, I'm getting out of here. Oh, before I get out of here, I do want to quickly suggest something. So I suggested this to Chrissy earlier. So it wouldn't cost too much money to do these on the channel. I had an idea for staying in the worst rated hotels in towns and areas. So like here in Eastbourne, we book a night at the worst rated hotel via like TripAdvisor or something like that. And we do a video and we see if it's worthy of its worst rated status. What do you guys think to that? Just booting that out there to the horizontal chat. So we go and stay in hellholes for no other reason than to see if they really are hellholes. And by we probably mean me. But I could send you on a few when you go out on your Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Go and stay in a worst rated hotel.
I don't mind.
Jesse says that's how you end up with bed bugs.
True story, that, Jesse.
Yeah, it could well be a true story. But if we start here in our town, if we really don't want to sleep in it, we can just come home and then go back in the morning for breakfast.
That's cheating. You got to sleep in it. You got to test the bed. Do you know how I test a bed?
How?
I jump on the bed.
Julie says give it a go.
So that's why I test beds.
I mean, if we couple my dry humour with... Tiana says, what harm is it going to do? Well, Jesse's already suggested some harm that it could do.
Some bed bugs.
Some bed bugs. But...
And this poodle that gets very lonely.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just and we call it like the whole series just the worst rated. We eat at the worst rated restaurant. We stay in the worst rated hotel.
I wonder what the worst rated is in Eastbourne.
Well, I think we should find out. We should make a video about it and we should go and stay in it. Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe we should do like the worst hotel with the worst restaurant in the same night. You may as well get it all done at the same time.
Well, no, because in 2 separate videos. It's got to be 2 separate. Jesse says, "Do it. It would be funny." And I mean, if like I say,
you could end up with like food poisoning in a crappy hotel. Could you
food
imagine?
poisoning, bed bugs, and a nice.
Like, it could be really, really good experience.
Or like it could be that we find out that these hotels don't deserve this worst rating.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you do get a lot of people that are like, "Oh my god, it was so bad. I didn't have 2 pillows," and you're like, "I've stayed on worse."
So yeah, it's something to consider anyway. I want the channel to be able to start paying for itself, and for it to genuinely do that, all we need to do is for you to watch videos, click like, subscribe to the channel, and I think the most important thing you guys can do is take some of our videos and share them out on your platforms. Just share them out to
I do
Facebook,
a lot of dog walks. Maybe
YouTube,
I should do a video of a dog walk.
Maybe go live during one and just talk to people
With this rugrat.
Yeah, but well, I sometimes do live seafront videos, don't I? Where I take a mobility scooter ride along the seafront.
God, you should see River when she goes to the beach. My goodness. She's crazy. I turned around last time and she was in a rock pool. And Dexter was just laughing on a rock, just because I turned around, I'm like, where's the dog gone? And she's literally just splish splashing in a puddle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, get out the rock pool. And Dexter's in hysterics. And I'm like, no, it's not funny because now she's all sandy and yucky.
Well, Jesse says don't do it in Blackpool. But one thing I will say is this, Jesse. We actually want to go to Blackpool this year.
And to be fair, there's a lot of bad places in
Yeah,
Blackpool.
but we could just stay in the place that we normally stay that we know is pretty good. But we could book one night in like the worst rated place. And once again, we do it during the time that we've got a 5-night stay where we're staying. So that if it's really bad, we can just abandon it.
How about this? Me and the kids stay in the good place. We send you to the crap place.
I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You can always call me and be like, babe, come pick me up. And I'll be like,
What do you mean come pick me up? I'll have the car.
No way, no way, no way.
I'll have the
No
car.
way. The person with the kids gets the car.
No. The person that needs to make a potential quick escape gets the car.
Getaway.
Yeah.
I need the getaway vehicle.
I need the car.
I need the car.
Need the car.
But you can get an Uber.
I will
Not
never
in
use
Blackpool.
Uber in my life.
I have used Uber in central London as well. and
I've
it was
never used it.
I was very scared for my life. I'm not going to lie. It was twice as well.
I've never used it. I will never use it. Also, just for argument's sake, we do have a Patreon. We rarely ever punt the Patreon, but you can actually join it for free, so you don't actually have to pay to be on our Patreon. And we're going to start doing some members content over there. And once again, anything that we do put up that's Patreon specific, which won't be a lot, but anything we do put up that's Patreon specific, we will provide to the people that pay nothing just as much as we'll provide for the people that sign up at a paid tier on Patreon.
I've got a dead arm.
Julie says, try Peel here in Zooport.
Yeah, I was
we can
going to say,
only wish you
Tiana,
luck.
I'm not sure what the age is on Patreon.
Yeah, she should be able to sign up on our Patreon. I'll give you a link to it. I'll put a link to it in tomorrow's chat. Somebody
Sorry,
remind
I've got to
me.
Stop yawning. I'll try and remind him.
Somebody remind me in tomorrow's chat. And if you guys could all sign up on our Patreon, you can do. You don't have to sign up on a paid tier, right? That's not what I. If you want to, then thank you. But if you don't, you can sign up on the free tier.
This dog's gone dead weight.
It's just so that we can build an alternative economy outside of the platform. So that if anything ever were to happen, at least we've got a place that we can put videos to people. So, yeah, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, and then that way as well, Tiana, you should be able to watch like the.
No, we can't do the special lives there.
Can you not?
No.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It's unfortunate, but we can't.
There's got to be a way to get her a friggin'. When are you 18, Tiana?
The only way to get her a membership right now is either to somehow get her parents to buy it for her through that, or people keep gifting memberships until she randomly gets one.
I know, but that's what really sucks, isn't it? Because last time people did that and she didn't get one.
No, she didn't.
Everyone else did.
I mean, that's the way out. That's the way out. People just keep gifting memberships until she randomly gets one. I don't mind people doing that.
Yeah, but how can you gift one, but you can't? It makes no sense.
Jesse, it doesn't matter if she's in the chat or not. They randomly go to any subscriber to the channel.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't matter if you're in the
God
chat.
Damn.
It's random.
So that's like nearly 2,000 people it could go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I've lost my bra strap.
That's a good thing.
It's. Damn it.
We're about to get off stream, so I'm quite happy about that. If we can find a way where you can actually choose who you gift the membership to, I will work. I'm trying to work that out, but it looks like it's entirely random. So I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it for the time being. I will certainly keep looking and keep trying. Because
Yeah, it's silly, isn't it, Jesse? Like,
the thing is,
makes no sense.
I really enjoyed having the music stream open, but in the same breath, I want to give something back to people who do pay 99p or whatever for a membership, and I cannot monetize those streams. I cannot monetize them. So, because they always get copyright on the backing tracks and things like that. And even if I play songs on my guitar, they still hit me. So I can't monetize them. And so I might as well take that thing that I can't monetize, do it anyway, but use it as something to give back to people who are supporting us and saying, you know, you're worth our 99p. Jess says, TikTok only just introduced gifting subs to who you choose, so hopefully YouTube do the same. We can only hope. And if I can work it out, and we can work it out to ensure that happens, I certainly will. But on that note, she's about to pass out. The dog's getting restless and angsty. It is Thursday night, the 13th of February. Himeji Castle is getting there.
And we shall see you on Valentine's Day.
And where the look of love will hopefully not be in your eyes because you haven't fallen to commercial greed.
No, but you can love the poodle. The poodle needs love too. Look at this cute poodle.
And on that note, boys and girls,
Everyone loves the poodle.
happy Valentine's Eve.
No.
I've said it now.
No,
It's done.
take it back.
Can't
Take it back.
be taken back.
Take it back.
It's been said.
I'm just glad it's Friday. I don't care what other day it is.
It's Friday tomorrow. It's not Friday
As long
yet.
as it's Friday tomorrow, I'm happy.
Okay. Well, good night, boys and girls. You have been brilliant, as always. And we love you loads. And remember, Duke, Ollie, a quick shout out to you as well. Nighty night. But that's horizontal down. And nighty night vertical. See you soon.